Attention coffee lovers. Are you tired of bland, uninspired coffee that leaves you feeling underwhelmed? It's time to upgrade your coffee game with Strong Coffee Company. Strong Coffee is specially crafted to deliver a bold and powerful flavor that will keep you energized, focused throughout the day. Made with premium beans sourced from the best coffee growing regions around the world, Strong Coffee is expertly roasted to bring you out the rich, complex flavors that make each cup a truly satisfying experience. But that's not all. Strong Coffee Company also offers a variety of benefits to enhance your coffee experience. The coffee is packed with natural ingredients like MCT oil and grass-fed collagen protein, which can boost your health, energy, support your healthy skin, joints, and more. Plus, the convenient single-serve packets made it easy to enjoy coffee on the go, at work, or while traveling. And now, for a limited time only, Strong Coffee is offering a special promotion for new customers. Use the promo code CHAMP at checkout and receive 15% off your first purchase. So why settle for mediocre coffee when you can experience the bold and invigorating flavor of Strong Coffee Company along with its many benefits? Head to their website, strongcoffee.com, and place your order today using the promo code CHAMP for an unbeatable deal.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
You know, we registered him, weighed him in, registered him, and they said, well, what is he, gi or no gi? Well, he's only ever trained in the gi, right? So I was like, gi. And they're like, okay, we'll sign him up, we'll get him in. I was like, what time is he going to go on? Now, I was there at 8:30 in the morning, way up north, hour and a half up north, right? I drove, and Jenny's on her way. And the guy's like, yeah, probably go on between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. And it's 8:30. Right. Yeah. And there's 800 kids there, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, what if he does no gi? And he's like, oh, like 10, like probably around 10 o'clock. I was like, you doing no gi then? Oh, but we didn't have any stuff for him. We had to go buy him, no gi. He's never done it before. But, yeah, man, I mean, you saw, like, he's 6. He's a total amateur. He's only ever done one little in-house, tournament, I guess we'll call it. And it was all against kids kind of his own size and own age. These kids here were a step up. They were bigger, better. He's probably the youngest.
Were they the
kid
same age, though?
I don't know. I didn't get ages, but the second kid he went against was definitely older. He was a big kid. You know what I mean? You could tell. And he's not. That was his. I think Dante, because Dante ended up coaching him because his coach got there late. But anyway, said, "Look, this kid's good. He's beats my kids, and this is probably the kid's like 20th tournament I've seen him at. This was Grayson's first one, so he went up against an experienced kid the second time, which is good. I think it's good, but he gets discouraged because he wants to win. And I like that. I like that he's hungry. Yeah. He don't like losing." But he was just out, class. But he never quit. He fought the whole time. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So he got second.
Where does he train?
He trains at Garden State Jiu-Jitsu up in Middletown. Yeah, it's by Jenny's house because he only does 2 days a week right now, and it's because she has him more during the week, and I have him more during the weekend. So. Obviously, Mr. Egger gets his school open. We'll be there. I want to do it like a family thing because Monty will roll with V. I'll come in. I'm an old man. I got a shape, so I'll roll with the big boys, and Grayson will do it. I'd like to see Grayson get good.
We'll bring Frankie to come roll with you.
Yeah, little Frankie J.
No,
bro,
you.
Oh.
No, you.
Oh, that's fine.
You're about his size now.
Who?
You.
About whose size? Oh, his size? Oh, yeah.
Calling him fat?
No, he's big, dude.
I lost weight. You gained weight.
That's
so
it.
We're right there.
Mean in the middle. I
mean, we did train back in the day when you were trying to. You thought you were boar hunting when you were with me, bro. You remember that in the gym?
Yeah.
At Elite,
the barn.
I do, yeah. Because I had no skill, so I had to rely on strength. You know what I mean? I was like, and this guy.
So what are you going to rely on now?
same thing. But this guy, I was so much bigger than him. And I knew, obviously, he's talented. But I'm like, I'm bigger than this guy. I'm stronger than this guy. No, it doesn't. Anybody out there that thinks you're a big dude and you can go against a little dude that's good. I mean, maybe it'll help you out in the first 30 seconds, like you can push him off or whatever, but he's going to get you. He's going to get your neck eventually, and you're going to tap. So
That's how I met Marky Lee and how we became friends, was that going there because I started submitting him, and he got really upset.
Yeah.
And he was just like, what the Because I was just a string bean then.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But Nagas are fun, bro.
Yeah.
They're a good time,
Yeah.
and like especially like for the family, though. Like my family and I mean,
Yep.
that's what I came up on. Like
Okay.
I started training 6 months in, and I started doing tournaments. And then once my father started liking it, then that was every weekend we were there. My family, it was like a family affair, you know? It was
Yeah.
like my sister's competing, I'm over on this mat, my sister's over on that mat, then my boys are training, you know what I mean? Actually, you were at the one that's really dope you should go to is Wildwood.
Yeah, I just
He
sent him
actually
that.
competed
I
in.
sent him that today. So yeah, I would like to take him if you're around too. We should all go
Yeah, I
down.
gotta
But
say, yeah.
yeah, it was cool, man. You know, my first one ever that I'd ever been to, but very professional, very professionally done. And 800 kids went on the day I was there. 800 kids wrestled that day.
Yeah.
Rolled that day. You know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of kids, man.
It's a lot of money.
So it's got
Big money maker.
I think it was.
Bro.
I think it was 150 to register.
150 to register.
I
and
believe
then
it.
and then it was. And then
Bro, and
for me and Melania spectators, it was 20 a pop. So there's now you're at 190, right? And we had to buy him no gi stuff. I'm sure that was Jenny got him that. I don't know what that was. That was probably $100. I mean, that was a $500 day to get see this
Easy.
kid roll with two kids, you know.
Easy.
But thank God, I give a big shout out to Dante Rivera. Grayson doesn't go to Dante's school, but he may now. But anyway, he showed up, and literally 5 minutes before Grayson went on, because the coach wasn't there yet. I guess it was mostly older kids going, and they were going later in the afternoon.
Right.
I mean, they knew we signed Grayson up, but regardless, Dante stepped in, and listen, man. I just visualized Dante Rivera 20 years ago, the Dante that I met, the dangerous dude that would fight anybody in a parking lot, just the dude. He is so good with kids, bro. He was so good with Grayson.
he's great.
He really is good with kids.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think like the old Dante would work with a 6-year-old really well, but
he
he does.
still will do that stuff in the parking lot.
Oh,
though.
he still will. Oh yeah, he will. He will.
He
Yep.
gets along with the kids because he's kind of same level as them.
Same level. Same
All
level.
right. He's a dangerous 6-year-old though. Yeah.
But his kids' classes are packed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Packed.
he does. He does well, man.
Bro,
People
but
love that. Love
Naga,
that guy.
once Grayson gets older, get ready. You'll be there all day. Bro, we used to weigh in at 7, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and not leave till 7, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
at night and just matches all day. Once you're done with no-gi, you got to wait for everybody to go.
Yep.
Blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, black, and then start all over again with gi.
Right.
So
That's what it was. That's why we did no gi, because I don't want to be there all day. You know, it was
Yeah.
3 hours of driving just to get there and get home.
How much? Did you check if you wanted to sign him up for both no gi and gi? Is it the same sign up? I wonder. Sometimes
no, it's probably more.
yeah.
I'm sure
It's probably more for
They get
both.
you. They get you.
Because they
Bro.
asked which are you doing. They didn't say are you doing both.
I know, but sometimes like if you do freestyle and Greco, it's not even any more money.
Right.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm new to this,
wrestlers
though.
not wrestling like they said 150. Wrestling now is $30 a tournament. 40, 50 is probably a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
That's
Naga.
interesting.
Different.
Naga.
But there's also tournaments in the winter. There's tournaments every weekend, probably Saturday and Sunday
Interesting.
in wrestling, but not in jiu-jitsu, something like that.
Bro,
It's not
Naga's international. That's not just
I
in
know,
the
but they don't
country.
have them. How often? He has them everywhere.
Hawaii.
I know, but how often does he have them? How many shows does he have a year?
When he was hot, bro, he was having like 2 or 3 a month,
Yeah.
all over.
But they weren't.
Connecticut,
That's what I'm
New
saying.
York,
I know.
Florida.
But I'm saying like they weren't. That's what I mean. There should be. Think about it. Think how many. You said there was 800 people there, right? There are people. There's a market for this.
Yeah.
Someone needs to put a jiu-jitsu series together.
Mhm.
And you don't think I think you could pull from
Brian,
every
yeah.
school, Dante's school, Tom's school, Ricardo's
Oh,
school,
yeah,
all these
yeah.
schools.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have like those fight to win. They have those big.
Yeah, those are more like super fights, right?
Right,
That's
right,
not, like you
right.
want to get the masses. You want to get kids. That's what you want to get. Kids to come and
Right.
And honestly, these kids don't have enough chance to practice. Really,
Mm.
I mean, all they have time is to practice to compete. That's how you really get better. Is
Right.
competing.
Right.
In wrestling, they compete so much. Like, dude, Tino had 100 matches this year, probably.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get that in jiu-jitsu.
No, you're right.
So the kids, I mean, I saw, because Grayson got second place, so I see what they get. They basically all get a little medal, and then the winner gets a big, cool-looking sword, which Grayson was pissed about because he wanted the sword. But adults, obviously, will go later in the day.
Yeah.
Like, you're paying in all this money. Does that have a significant payout to, like, an adult that wins?
I guess your ego.
That's it. So there is
Wait,
no
what do you
payout.
mean? Oh,
I
what do you
mean-
mean payout?
like if you win, like Gordon Ryan doesn't do those things for free,
he
right?
does
No, that's
super fights.
different. He does
gets
super
paid.
fights. He's not going to Naga.
Naga,
Okay.
you win advance in Naga, you're getting a belt, and
That's
that's
it.
it. You won at
Yeah.
Naga.
Okay.
Unless
Yeah.
Grappler's Quest, which is not around anymore.
There was money prizes.
He
right?
had super fights, and
Yeah,
then he had
but
to
that
use
was
the
super. Yeah, right. But it wasn't like you win the tournament. You win the
So
tournament.
Naga is no money.
No,
at all.
What about
you.
ADCC?
ADCC. I think some
Yeah, I
guys
think the
get
winners
paid.
get money. Yeah,
the
you get
winners.
The winners get money.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
But look at that
Put your
bracket.
headphones on.
Right.
He's still a little off for some reason. See what you think.
I mean, that bracket's crazy.
Maybe
you know
maybe
what
it's
I mean?
because he wasn't talking close enough.
We just jumping in this.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
going.
we're going.
That's how we do it, baby.
Yeah,
we're
buddy.
we're professional now. Okay? Professional
We used to
now.
do the whole introduction, and nobody. You've been on the show before
Yeah.
anyway, so everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Does it sound right to you? Sounds a little muffled to me, but anyway, interesting. Who do you got on there, pal? What is that? Is that
I don't
a
know.
Rainbow unicorn? What is that?
We just
Is that the new fucking LGBTQ flag?
it's my non-binary
Yes,
fucking hoodie
I like that.
for
I like
all
that.
transgenders out there.
Oh, shit.
No, it's actually a company called Spread Love, I think it's called. And we opened up.
LGBTQ definitely spread love.
So yes, we owned a. We
You gotta
just
put a plus on the end of that.
we just opened up another Zumba studio. Well, moved into a bigger location. We had a couple of vendors. So anytime we do that, I go around to each vendor and I buy something.
Okay.
And this guy had clothes, mad expensive, but nice clothes. It's good quality. But his whole thing is spreading love, and
That's cool.
it was a comfortable hoodie. I just threw it on.
There's a guy that goes around to all the protests. I don't think it matters what kind of protest it is, but he wears a shirt that says "Free Hugs."
Oh
You ever seen
yeah, I
him?
saw
He
that. I
just
saw
literally
that.
just
Black
says-
guy.
Yeah, he just hugs everybody. Just says
Yeah,
"Free
yeah.
Hugs." He's at like every protest.
Roger's
Yeah.
been going to protest.
Here we go. Free
Looking for
blowjobs.
this
Free
guy.
blowjobs.
He's just looking for him.
That's why Frankie's been to the last 10
Free
protests.
hugs.
Bro,
Free hugs.
this world
Mouth
is crazy.
hugs.
I feel like the last time I saw you, the world was crazy. And I don't think it's as crazy right now. I just think there's just too much back and forth, and everybody has an opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion, but I think people are just way too sensitive about other people's opinions.
I feel like it's all structured and choreographed.
Yeah, yes.
It's
yes.
all structured and choreographed to make us
At
to
each
cause
other.
division, right? And it's all relatively the minuscule issues.
Yeah.
So they hide the big issues, like the fact that the American dollar is like in the toilet, and all these countries are now changing currency and not using it. Like that's a huge thing. Do you hear about it in the news? No. Never.
No.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't
now? What
watch
do you
the
mean
news.
now? Who watches? You watch the news?
I don't really watch the news
I
anymore.
don't
But
watch
we
the-
Where
talked
will we
about
see
it.
this?
Yeah, we talked about it in here. Remember they're using something called, I forget what it's called. Instead of the American dollar for oil money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yuan?
Yeah,
The yuan?
not the yuan. It was called something else. I forget what it's called. But they're not using. And didn't you tell me Brazil?
Brazil's going to use China's.
Yeah,
China,
right,
the
right.
Yuan,
Yen,
the yuan,
isn't it?
the yen, yen.
Yeah, yuan.
Yuan.
That guy
That's
knows your
Mexican. That's
lawn.
Mexicans' money. The yuan.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I watch a lot of Matt Walsh. You follow
Matt Walsh, yeah, like what is a woman?
Yeah.
He's
Or
like
Shapiro.
he's basically a
Shapiro's
one
good.
issue guy. I mean, he's interesting, but he's focused on one issue. you
Yeah.
know?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Nah, he talks
I
about a
just
lot
think
of
he's.
stuff.
I just think he made that movie about it, and he really wants to follow through with it.
Yeah. Well, it is. It is. I mean, the basis of his whole movie, right, is one question that nobody can answer.
Right.
Or that side can't answer anyway.
Right.
They have no answer for that simple question.
Listen, what the world needs to know, it's okay to be
Whatever
the fuck you want.
Nobody really cares.
I don't know if it is anymore.
No,
Why?
it is. It is.
No, you know what?
Why?
I'm not trying to be. Maybe I'll shut up.
Yeah.
I think it
no,
is.
but it is. The problem is they're trying to force that
Yes.
on what you see
That's
through
what
your
I'm saying,
eyes.
bro. That's what
you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
Right.
So what got us there? What got us there? Letting him do it anything.
If the
That's what
concept-
got us to this fucking point.
But if
It's
the
true,
concept, right, the whole basis behind it is equality, and they just want to be like everybody else, stop acting so motherfucking special.
Yeah.
Just be like everybody else. Nobody
That's it.
cares.
That's
Nobody
it.
cares. But you got to fucking parade around everywhere and put your flags up and just be like everybody else.
Bro.
Nobody cares. I don't give a shit.
Roger don't have, wave any flags.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know?
Bro,
The only flag he waves the white flag when he can't handle it no more.
That's right.
right?
That's right.
I had somebody.
I'm a little concerned about this guy. Are our listeners concerned at all because you are obsessed?
What'd I say? What'd I say? You can't take it no more. You waved the white flag.
What is that referencing? Can't take what anymore?
Fucking anything, buddy.
What? No. There was a
Anything.
specific meaning.
Here
we go.
Okay, now you're gonna change it up. That wasn't a gay reference. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, most likely, yes, it's a gay reference.
I think you're
Yes.
attracted to me.
Yes.
I think you're attracted to me.
Listen,
I
bro.
do.
I would pick much better. I would pick much better.
I think you like big men.
No,
I
listen.
do.
No.
Something you want to tell me? Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes right now. Look me in the eyes.
Bro, look
me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. See, you can't do it.
For someone,
you can't.
Look, yeah, this guy's blowing kisses at me over here. This guy's a fruitcake. He's a fruitcake.
Bro,
do it.
A fruitcake.
This is the thing. I had a girl.
Roger's never had one of them.
See? He's obsessed with me. The dude is obsessed with me. Obsessed.
So I had a girl send in her resume wanting to be an event planner for our business, right? I have the entertainment company. So, okay, I sit down. I see her signature is, going to school for political something or other. And it was them, they, or whatever, right?
That's like an
Signature.
immediate no.
Did
I
you
said,
just
okay.
ripped it up? I would have ripped it
No,
up.
I was like, okay, I'll give her the chance. She lives in my town, whatever. Cool. We sit down. She definitely took an Adderall before. She
Oh,
had, like,
God. That's another thing.
white
That's
foam
another
on the
fucking
outside,
problem.
and she's I'm like, bro, Starbucks didn't do that. I know where this is coming from. So I'm fucking sitting there and she's talking and she's like, well, I categorize myself as they, them, and I go to school for whatever. She's talking about this is before it even fucking blew up even to where it's at now, right? So I'm like, okay. And all I did was sit down and I go, listen, I don't want to offend you.
They. I don't want, not they, not you. You can't call her you.
Well, I did.
I don't want to offend they.
No?
Well, who else is in the room, motherfucker?
I don't want to offend you, but I just want you to know you come across as a female to 100% of the people that are in my industry and my group. So I just want to know if we bring you on that you won't get offended or start anything because of how you categorize yourself.
They will,
but
clearly.
How people perceive you in our group. Are you okay with that? And she's like, yeah, it's just people need to get more educated. I said, okay, as long as we're cool. So there is some type of balance depending on how it's delivered. The problem is some people that deliver it are saying, bro, you're fucking nuts. You're a dude. It's okay.
If I saw that, I would think, and maybe I'm wrong for thinking so, but you're going to have to treat them in a special type of way. You're going to have to monitor everything you say. Nobody in the office is going to be able to you're going to have a lawsuit on your hands if someone has a Freudian slip of the tongue and says something maybe that, is offensive.
Right.
And that's how I view it. I mean, I don't know if that's, an accurate statement or not, but like you're already setting up your little policy that you want control over what words can be used.
No, and none of that. You're just like it's such a me thing. Like who gives a shit? Like what do you mean you got this is what people call you?
Yeah.
That's not how the workforce works.
No, I get it. But I also I got to see everybody looks at themselves in a different light. You know what I mean? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you look at yourself. Everybody looks at themselves differently. So however you want to be categorized or looked at or represented or spoken to or whatever, I respect that.
Sure.
But
same.
Don't push it on me.
Same.
Same. Don't fucking push it on me. You
Same.
want to be fucking identified as a goldfish? Go fucking swim your life away, pal. Whatever it might be. I just hate.
Okay. What if someone's like, I identify as a pilot, and they're fucking flying planes, but they're not a pilot?
Right.
Could we take it that far? Can we take it that far? Can we though?
I just saw.
But
you're right.
Seriously
You're
though,
right.
like, when where are we stopping it? I identify as a fish, and I need to jump in your pond.
Yeah.
Their argument to that wouldn't their argument to that be those are specific special qualities and schooling and all that? They're talking about just identifying themselves.
Okay, but a dog, there's people identifying as animals. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So what's the next step? I identify as a mass murderer and I murder people, and it's only when I was identifying as it I should be held liable.
Right.
Aren't there people identifying as like trans disabled or whatever?
Yeah,
You need to be in a wheelchair and there's nothing wrong with you.
So like, are they going to get government money? Are they going to get government money for that?
Probably.
You know what I mean?
This
That's probably what they're going to do. And they're going to say that I need money to get my house, outfitted for disability, right?
Yeah.
But you walk, dude.
Right.
Well, I don't feel like I walk. In my mind, I don't walk, so I need to get $50,000 for you to put ramps in my house.
Well,
they're going to do that. They probably do that already. Right?
Without a doubt. Without
That's
a
what I'm
doubt. I
saying,
mean,
man.
there's definitely a fine line, and people know loopholes, but especially for that last school shooting that just happened at that at that school with those 2 cops. Where is it in?
It's in Texas, I believe, wasn't it?
Was it in Texas
No, which
again?
one were you talking about? No, which
Not the one we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Just the
Christian
most
school.
recent one.
The Christian school.
The was it a Christian? Yes,
Yeah.
the Christian
Yeah.
school. And the biggest, bro, they didn't talk about the kids once. All they talked about was the girl was transgendered, depressed, and why she had guns.
yeah.
Why was that the biggest fucking conversation?
No, because listen.
Because the kids were Christian. If that was a Muslim school.
She went to
right?
that
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Or they don't even
Bro,
know.
no,
they
now
don't
listen,
even know how
but
to
listen.
say, is a girl or a guy? Is it transgender male? They didn't even know.
It didn't become about the students. You're right. It didn't become about the victims, the kids.
Fucked
It
up.
was about how she was and how don't treat her.
Misgender.
It's fucking crazy, bro. How about the
Crazy.
kids that died? They said, we're inviting who they invite to the White House or something in that
I
situation.
saw that. I forgot. I know what you're talking about.
They
but
invited someone to the White House, but like, did you invite any of the
Family.
the family of
Yeah.
the victims?
She had no answer for
No,
it.
we don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like what?
yeah.
It's crazy. Or that whole Bud Light thing now?
Yeah.
That's silly. That's silly. Though.
I saw a meme today talking about that. It was a guy identified as a female and followed a girl into the bathroom, and the female's father beat the shit out of the guy that identified her as girl because he identified it as a tooth fairy.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know, but it is true.
It's
you
just,
know,
listen,
like shit like that, bro. Like
It was just bad marketing. It's just
Yeah.
a bad marketing campaign. Like the woman that did that, I heard they gave her a leave of absence, which probably
Yeah,
means she's fired.
fired.
But it's just a bad marketing campaign. It was just horribly
she,
thought out.
She told on herself too. She was
Yeah.
saying how Bud Light is all about
Frat
frat
boys
boys
and
and
this
this,
and
that, and
that,
the
yeah.
third, and yada yada yada. Dude, it's
That's your
Bud
market,
Light at
yeah.
the end of the day. That's your market. It is what it is. Nobody's drinking fucking beer anymore, and if they are, they're in college because they're broke and they can afford it. You know what I'm saying?
The-
It
the
was
one-
Bud Light, Natty Ice, and Keystone that we all fucking
Right.
drank when we were younger.
Right.
Everybody knows it tastes like piss, but whatever. We get fucked up and
Real
it is
men
what it
don't
is.
drink Bud Light. But the one that's a little even more surprising on that, right? Dylan Mulvaney, I think is the guy's name,
Yeah.
or the girl's name, whatever. They hired her. Bud Light hired her as part of their right. But
Right.
everybody drinks alcohol or everybody drinks liquids, right? We all do. It doesn't matter if you're. But then Nike hired Dylan as the spokesperson for their bra, their sports bra. Or
That's so
drink.
crazy.
Like that makes no sense. The beer, okay, whatever. We all drink. Everybody has to drink, right? Like, but the bra on a
got no
biological
tits, bro.
male, that makes no sense.
like said,
wild.
like having you sell a cup.
But that
You know?
swimmer,
Wow.
that swimmer that got
Picking Roger to sell a cup.
what's the Andrew?
Doesn't
what's,
make sense.
What's the girl's name? The
He
swimmer.
doesn't get it. He
I
doesn't
didn't
get
hear
it.
what you said. What'd you say?
Pick a cup.
He didn't play sports.
Yeah.
He never had to wear a cup.
I didn't.
He never had to wear. You wouldn't be. It'd be like them
Leah,
picking
Leah Thomas, right? The girl that Leah Thomas beat out now
and spoke out against.
is literally on this national campaign
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And I
And rightfully so.
rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like that's ruining women's sports.
Did you see her on the podium?
Yeah, like
Bro, that was like
6'5".
you on Grayson's podium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Straight up.
I know.
It's wild.
Yo,
But why
and,
is this?
And,
why,
and he still's
like-
got a dick, dude. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah.
And he supposedly whips it out all the
How-
time too
okay.
at practice.
Well, that's
All
what
right.
she says. She says in the locker room he was standing there naked, and they have a huge issue with that.
Yeah.
And they tied, by the way. They tied. They gave the gold to the male, the biological male.
Wow.
They had the exact same time
Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that. Wow. That's crazy.
because they said it was for a photo op. So I heard she's being sued, and she's suing. So it's like this
How is
crazy.
she being sued for what?
Defamation, probably.
Probably, yeah, I forget.
Something along
Can you
those
look that up, Andrew?
Defamation.
What
She's
being
got
sued?
does have a dick, right?
Oh, it just is what it is, bro. I mean,
But
you
she's
could
being
sue for-
attacked. She's doing these speeches.
literally getting kidnapped,
Literally
right?
being attacked by the crowd.
I
saying-
believe it.
You know, I don't understand that. I don't get that. Nobody is saying, saying negative, derogatory things about. They're just standing up for women's sports. Is
Right.
really all
Right.
it is. I don't see why that's
It's just wrong.
Yeah, I don't see why the feminists aren't backing that whole movement.
If literally this will be the end of women's sports.
It'll be the end of
Yeah.
it. Be the end of it.
Well, it's like Fallon Fox when she started
Yeah,
her shit.
yeah.
You see that Nikita Dugan or Duggan? It's like the hottest fucking transgender chick out there, that Asian chick.
There's no hot. Hey, come on.
Pull her up.
No.
I don't know. You know who I'm talking about?
Listen.
No?
He's like, you know,
Listen,
what?
listen.
The fuck
Nikita,
this guy.
there are-
Nikita Dugan or Duggan or
But-
Dungeon.
Listen, Americanized transgenders
when
are
you
not
see
very
this-
good looking. But do you go like overseas to like Taiwan? Those lady boys over there?
Taiwan.
No, this
Or not
one's
Taiwan. Where am I?
Thailand?
Thailand. Sorry.
This is
Thailand. You can't even tell. Those ones are. I've never
I'm
been there.
telling
but-
you right
Yeah.
now, you're gonna see
Yeah.
this. It's all done up.
It has a dick.
No, I think she did everything. I think she, bro.
It has a deformed
If I
dick.
didn't tell you that it was a transgender girl, you'd be like, all right, she's hot. She looks like a porn star, but she just got arrested in Miami for being intoxicated, threw a fucking fit at some pool, got arrested, got thrown into a male jail cell. And when she went to her hearing, she asked to get transferred to the female, and they said absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, she's
Yeah.
a male.
Yeah.
Well, you know why that is
Because you
that is
don't care how
happening
hot she is.
because a number of female I think they were putting biological male trans in with women, and then a bunch of women in the prisons were turning up pregnant.
Oh, they got pregnant?
Well, that was happening. There was women in female jails coming up pregnant. I think there was one trans that got like 3 women pregnant.
Really?
In a women's prison.
What's that last name? Druggin?
Nikita Druggin. Yeah. Dragon.
Bro, that's because Asians are little people and they could be.
I don't give a
they're
fuck,
like
bro.
small features and shit. That's why she looks like a.
Everybody's on their phone now. You see how I set that up?
Nah.
Everybody look at Everybody looking at chicks with dicks. Real tough
I'll be in the
guys.
shower
I don't
later.
know. I
on.
think you could tell. You could tell it's. I can tell.
No, you
I
can't,
can tell,
bro. You
No,
can't.
no, you can
Hell
only tell,
yeah.
Frankie, because
Look
I
at
told
that.
you.
You
Look at
cannot
that blank
tell.
stare. That's
No.
a dude.
You
No
can't
way.
tell shit.
No way.
You see what I'm talking about? You saw
I didn't
it?
even see it, but I'm telling you,
can't
he
tell
only
this
can
one.
tell because we were talking about it.
You can't tell this one, bro.
If you
You
send him
can't
over to
tell.
Thailand, he wouldn't know the difference.
You know who's fucking funny about this too? Jeffree Star. You know Jeffree Star, the makeup artist.
Yeah, Jeffree Star is kind of
Talks
like,
about-
You could say, look.
that's the same person.
Yes,
Oh my
before and
God.
after.
Oh yeah, you see? That's what I'm saying.
That's
what do you
crazy.
mean?
Right?
Yeah, Jeffree Star kind of falls more on the conservative side of things.
Oh yeah, she said there's two there or it
Yeah.
however you categorize. There's 2 genders,
Yep.
male and female. I don't know why these fucking people are nuts, and that's crazy hearing
Mm.
it from somebody of his stature, which is
Who's
great.
stature?
Jeffree Star, because he's such a huge fucking
And he's
star.
He's a
He's
female.
like he's a male that lives like a female.
He dresses like one.
Yeah, he dresses like one, but he's like a makeup artist, influencer.
Yeah, I know,
all
I know,
this
yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
I think he was dating Kanye at one point or some shit.
What?
No, some football player, right? Not Kanye. Was he dating
What?
Kanye?
He apparently
Really?
was with Kanye at one. Now I don't know if they were together or apparently he cheated on Kim with this fucking.
Really? I never heard that. Wow.
Yeah, it was in one of those scandal reports. I listen to all that shit on YouTube, so
Yeah.
it's like fucking wild. But whatever. I mean, this whole situation I think is just nuts.
It's just so over. It's just in your face every day.
Yeah,
And like I said, nobody gives a fucking shit. Calm down with it all.
yeah.
Fucking do your thing. Nobody gives a shit. Stop flying it everywhere and flags and parades and swinging dicks. Now, I just read California. In California, they voted to public nudity and what's the other? It was something else. Public nudity and something else has now been downgraded to a lesser charge so that these trans shows that they do or whatever, they can fucking swing their dick around and stuff, you know? So they
Really?
downgraded what you could be charged with.
Wait, I
Lewdness,
thought
public
drag
lewdness.
shows not supposed to have dicks.
No, listen, let me
No,
pull up
drag
up
shows
the
and-
article.
I'm sure they tie
I'll
him
read it
back
to
or
you.
whatever the fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Florida,
Drag show's been around for mad long, if you think about it, right? What was that one movie?
Birdcage.
No, well, not Birdcage, but yes, but
That
no.
was drags.
What's the one with Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze?
Oh yeah.
They dress up like chicks.
Oh, I don't fucking remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you said that about California, but you saw Florida, what they approved.
Well, if
You get caught with any type of child abuse or pedophilia, you
death penalty.
Death penalty.
Yeah, death penalty or prison with no parole.
Yeah.
Life prison with no parole.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's the way it should be fucking me.
Yeah.
She get
Motherfuckers.
tortured. She gets fucking tortured. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Straight up.
And what else? They did something else. I read it.
I don't know. I just saw that, bro, and I'm like, that's fucking nice. Put it all out there. But they don't fucking report that all over the shit.
No.
You got to see that shit on Instagram and Facebook and
yeah.
YouTube and all this fucking other shit. You know?
Yeah.
But
Well, now, special as far as news goes, they got rid of Fox wasn't any good anyway, but besides Tucker anyway.
Oh, Tucker's the fucking man.
Yeah,
dude.
besides him,
He was the only
that wasn't
reason
really
that
good
anybody
anyway.
watched. Their ratings are in the toilet now. I unfollowed him on Instagram. I'm never.
Yo, but they're trying to lock him out. You see that?
Are they?
Yeah, 'cause
like
they-
Andrew
they-
Tate.
his contract.
Well, no, yeah, because I guess he has no compete clause, and they really didn't get rid of him. So they're just not putting him on air.
They want to.
So they're still paying him, but they're not putting him on air.
They want to shut him up through 2024.
Yeah, 2024. That's so fucking crazy, bro.
That's how
So
they
he
do
can't
it.
just go on other people's shows. Why can't, like, you know what I mean? I'm what do you mean? I'm a guest.
$3 million apparently.
What's that?
He's making like 20
From Fox? Yeah.
so-
No, it's not bad. Yeah, but still, I understand he's making his money.
He's got a
But
lot of money
his
coming
voice,
his
like,
way.
The voice, like, can he not be like, hey, be a guest on our podcast? Talk your shit, bro. I'll put it out there for you.
Essentially,
Right?
It's like Andrew Tate.
It's it's his opinion.
That's
How
what I was just going to say.
it's his
That's what Andrew
opinion.
Tate did when they shut him down.
Yeah.
He just started going on everybody else's stuff. You know,
Everybody.
and
yeah.
then I wonder if
Yeah,
that
but
had
that's
anything
different though.
to
Is
do
that
with.
I know, but I'm saying with a no compete clause, how would that work in in a media capacity?
I don't even think those like I just think no competes
mean,
is
you can't get
him,
hired by
is
someone
him
else.
getting hired by somebody
Right.
else or whatever. But
Right.
if somebody else, Andrew Tate got big not on him putting his content out, it's other people putting his content out.
Right.
And the algorithm just constantly seeing Andrew Tate and
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Tate and everybody seeing it. That's how he got big. And then he finally came out of the fucking woodworks and started showing up to podcasts, this, that, and the third. That's how he got fucking big. You know, he even said how his whole system worked. Like, the guy's fucking smart. You can say whatever the fuck you want. He's not an idiot.
Oh, I'll tell you,
You know?
he's a little bit of an idiot, bro.
Oh yeah, this
He's a little bit of an idiot.
this pissed this guy off.
It did. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question.
8 inches.
No. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Now he wants you.
That's kind of funny. That's the same size of your mouth. So anyway, listen. I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, that chick right there, hot as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Got a dick though.
Not
Right.
doing it.
Okay, all right. You going to bed with that, or say Hulk Hogan had a vagina? You had to fuck one of them. Which one are you fucking? Dude, how the fuck is this even a question for
What do
you?
you mean?
Are you fucking a guy or are you fucking a chick? You gotta fuck one.
Hulk Hogan? I mean, I've done worse, but I'd probably fuck the chick.
Yeah, it's a fucking vagina.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's not sure.
Well,
Under the gun,
Andrew
bro.
Tate was like, I know you be stupid. You're fuck. I'm not. Listen, I'm just.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the smartest guy in the fuck, but to get fucking where he's at, he was pretty fucking smart.
The
whole fighting
the
world
funny
champion.
thing about him is he has always avoided the trans conversation. He always avoids it. He was on Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan asked him about it. And he's like, I don't know any transgenders. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about it. But then Frankie sends me this video, which looks like an
Older,
video.
yeah, it's older. It's an older.
And he
video.
did address it in that concept.
Man, dude, I'm like, what? He's like, oh, you're saying it's a man's woman, but one of them's hot. Well, I don't give a fuck. One of them's got a dick, bro. Like, I don't understand that at all.
I just, the only thing about that guy is I can't stand how he says he's like a fucking world champion, 170 fights, whatever, and then you see him who he's fighting, bro. He's
on
got a
debut.
70 fights debut,
Debut.
one fight. The fucking dude's terrible. You know what I
You
mean?
really
watch-
think he's terrible?
I don't think
Really?
he's terrible. I
think
wouldn't
he's
say he's
I think he's-
terrible.
I think
wouldn't say
he's
he's terrible.
As a kickboxer, you think he's terrible.
terrible.
Why?
I just think I think his form's off. I
Really?
think he's just I think he
I mean, I respect that because you're a fighter.
I just think his technique is completely off. His head's back.
Joe Rogan, who trains, obviously he's not a fighter, but he trains. He knows the sport well.
Right.
Says he's a legitimate fighter.
I'm not saying he's not a legitimate fighter. Anybody's a legitimate fighter to get in there and have X amount of fights that he's got. But who did he fight? He's
I don't-
fighting.
honestly,
he's
I
fighting
couldn't
debuters.
name a lot of kickboxers.
I just don't think
Is
that
there
guy
big
would
names
last.
in kickboxing?
Yeah, you
Who?
wouldn't know.
Okay, name a couple.
I mean, right, like
John
right,
Wayne Parr.
Yeah, John Wayne Parr. I mean, like, I can name old ones and stuff.
Who?
but,
Badahari.
Badahari.
Badahari's
Alex
probably the best.
Overeem.
Yeah, Alex Rovereem.
Yeah.
Badahari is probably the biggest name that I can think of. Yeah.
Who's Van Hooven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich Van Houten. Right.
Yeah.
Fucking Tyrone Spong.
Tyrone
I mean,
Spong.
but this guy's fucking. he would fucking die from all of those guys. Are you kidding me? Like that guy is
Raymond Daniels.
Well, I got to respect that because you guys are fighters. If
I'm
you say he
just-
sucks, then he sucks. But what his
I'm
record
saying he
wasn't
sucks
bad,
at-
was it?
No, but who's he fighting?
Yeah.
He's got 70 fights. He's fighting a debut.
No, but if
Yeah,
he sucked,
that's unheard of.
The guy
that
looked
would
like
not
he came out of the
listen,
front
you know,
row.
that wouldn't happen in the U.S.
Yeah,
like
right.
that wouldn't happen in a real commission.
He's a world. His brother looks tough. I watched his brother fight. Now his brother's good.
oh, I didn't know his brother even fought.
Tristan.
Tristan?
Didn't
Yeah,
know
his,
that.
his
Oh.
brother's good.
His
You watch
dad
his videos?
was a
His
chess.
good.
world
His
world
dad
champ.
was a world class chess.
Yeah,
What do they
yeah,
call
yeah.
that? What do they call that when you're chess
There's a
master?
name,
Chess
yeah.
master. Yeah, chess master.
Yeah. He is, yeah. The guy is like he's very brilliant, but the whole fighting aspect to it, I don't. I
Gives him
can't-
some street
I can't-
cred. It gives
I
him
can't
some
go
street
with
cred
it.
though.
So yeah, Frankie and I had this conversation. Like, if I had to listen to him, who talks about life and being tough and giving advice to, he's mostly guiding young men, right? I think that he's more legitimate to listen to than like Peterson, like Jordan Peterson, because Jordan Peterson looks like a nerd. He probably has never
Right.
been in a fight in his life, but he does tell young men to be what's his statement? I think it's great. His statement, he says, be
Be a warrior in the garden.
it's kind of what he says, but I
forget.
forget exactly what it is. Be a savage. Be a savage and then learn how to control it. Right. But then I'm looking at Jordan Peterson. I'm like, have you ever been a savage in your entire life? I think he gives great advice, and he's very, very well spoken. He's very well read.
Smart. He's fucking smart as shit.
Insanely intelligent, and I love his message. But if Andrew Tate was giving me a message about being tough and he's giving me the same, I'm gonna probably tune in more to Andrew Tate because at least he's walked the walk. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. And I'm not taking anything away like, oh, this guy's. I just don't think he's up to par to what he's fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? This guy.
I don't think any of those guys are.
I just don't believe
That's kind of
it,
part
you
of
know?
their brand, right?
Wes
they
Watson?
got any of them. Any of them is they created a character in a sense, right? And it's partly who they are. I mean, everybody's that way in a sense, but they're creating a character. They're selling their personality for money in a sense, and like they're selling their philosophies and their life lessons for money. So like they have to have a character and that they follow along, right? These guys follow along, and they gotta act. It's got to be accentuated a little bit, probably more so than it really is. Just to be a good, they're performing.
You gotta sell.
When they're sitting there fucking on these videos, they're fucking performing.
Right.
I don't got that in me.
I was going to say, you are a nobody would ever say Frankie Edgar is not a certified badass, and you wouldn't do that.
I just don't. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Some people just
Like I'm doing it for my kid. I'm teaching my kid how to be a fucking man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, everybody's different, bro. I mean, some people resonate with Jordan Peterson because he's more of an emotional speaker. Reads between the lines, and really he starts crying when he's speaking because he's so passionate about what he's speaking. And then you guys got, like we were talking about, Andy Frisella, who's gonna motherfucker this, that, or Gary V, who you hate.
Oh God!
Because you guys are the same height or whatever.
Just sell it. just sell it. You take your phone. Fuck it. Just sell it, bro. Right?
But everybody has a different personality that it resonates with. You know what I mean?
Gary Vee is very repetitive. It's like the same message every time.
Oh, they're all repetitive.
They are.
Yes.
They're all saying the same thing with different vocabulary, with a different purpose. It
100%.
just is what it is. You know, like you hear one, you hear them all. Just for that one specific day, you're hearing them, and you need to hear a little something. You don't take everything they said. You take one. I need to wake up early, whatever it is, that, third. Some people think they can fix the world by listening to motivational speeches every fucking day. Listen, I was a big advocate of it. I loved it. Got a bad taste in my mouth from an experience that I had, but I'm self-motivated. A lot of us in this room are self-motivated. We wake up, we fucking do what we got to do. If we want to lose 20 pounds, we lose 20 pounds. We got to go fight somewhere. We fight. You know what I mean? Like, we're self-motivated. There's other people out there that aren't. Like I told you, I had grown-ass men sitting next to me, hysterically crying, that were so moved by this man that did nothing besides talk about motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is this guy giving you a blueprint?
Listen,
is he
bro,
fucking,
but
like, nothing.
There is such a market for this, though. 'Cause
huge.
This world is just producing a bunch of fucking pussies, bro.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
So like they need people. To
I
tell
almost
them
wanna
to stop
do it.
being a
I would love
bitch.
to do it.
I almost
would love
like
to
the
do
three
it.
of us should fucking do it.
I would love to do it.
I
You
can
know,
fucking
really-
yell at people and
you
be
know
like,
why?
fucking be a man.
You know why? Because I think if you do it in the sense of real, actual examples of your life and what you went through and put them in those shoes or put yourself in their shoes,
Sure.
it's a whole different animal. Especially coming from this world. There's really not a lot of MMA fighters or, you have your reality type life, but it's still, there's still shit that correlates from that that can represent somebody out there. With Tony Robbins does a good job. If you ever watch Tony Robbins, like a full thing?
No.
Okay.
I've seen
But
stuff.
he does a really good job at reading the room, where a lot of these people get on a stage and they work the room and they already have their philosophies. And Jesse Itzler's pretty good too. He's the guy that owns the Red Hawks.
Yeah.
And I listened to him speak at this like Planner Expo, whatever. And actually, like, I liked him a lot, but it was all choreographed. It was all timed with his DJ and whatever. But a lot of shit he made sense. It wasn't like he was fluffing shit. And Mel Robbins, I heard her talk, and she was good.
So
but
you've been to a lot of this. Then you're a fan.
I've been to them because of conferences and stuff I'd been through with the entertainment world. But I've been
usually it's a substantial fee to get in. No.
Not for this one.
No.
Not for this one. But they just happen to be the speakers, right? So, but I walk into these things like open-minded and okay. It's like I've never heard it before and like motivate me. And like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm not saying I'm different or I'm better or whatever. It's just not resonating. Like Mel Robbins' thing is like count to 5 and then say you're going to fucking get it done. And like, you know what I mean? It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's a good gimmick. I know people that are fucking using it right now, and that works for them.
Bro,
But with Tony Robbins, something that I watched Tony Robbins do is read his fucking room and actually talk to people. And like he's so good at like reading somebody's like energy, and I've seen him do it countless amount of times. Mind you, it's in a video or whatever. In person, I'm sure it's a little different, but the way he does it and he works the whole fucking room is pretty fucking
Bro, he
wild.
got fucking Shallow
fucking
Hal.
wild.
He got Shallow Hal to look at ugly bitches and look really hot. So I think if he could do that.
But some of these other guys are just fucking up there, choreographed.
You know
fucking
who
speech,
does it
you
now?
know?
We had him on the show, and he's got a crazy story about overcoming adversity. So we should do it, I guess. But Nick DeSassin,
yeah.
what's his last
Oh,
name?
he's fucking
Yeah, he's
blew
great.
up.
Oh,
dude.
He's worked with Tony Robbins.
He's worked with Tony
Yeah.
Robbins.
That kid
Yeah.
blew up.
Worked out with The
Stas
Rock in the
Sasso.
gym.
Yeah.
I never pronounce his last name.
I
What's his
can't
last
say
name?
his fucking last name.
DeSasinasso.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think it's Santanastasso.
Yeah,
Sanson Estasso.
Ah, there you go.
But anyway, we had him on the podcast years ago, and I think he was just starting that journey. He was kind of like a fan.
He
and
did his first.
Now he's
his
doing it
first
full blown.
motivation
Yeah.
talk at our wrestling club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the first time he ever did it.
At Elite?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I remember he was
I'm like,
around
damn.
here.
I'm like,
Yeah.
he's gonna do well.
But he's a
with
good
this.
guy
Yeah.
to do it because he did overcome.
I mean, dude,
you know
yeah,
what I
no
mean?
one
He overcame the greatest
No, yeah.
adversity probably I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
The guy's got half a body essentially,
Right.
you know, and
He's got a smoke for a
he's got
lady
a,
too.
You
He
sat
had
on
a
that
couple.
couch,
He had
yeah.
a couple.
He's got a smoke.
Wait,
Now?
he's got a couple.
The first girl, I think he's with a new chick.
Oh, he's with
No,
a blonde
no,
chick now.
no, I think it's the same one.
Smoke show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he had one back. Oh, it's the same girl. Maybe
she
she
was
changed her hair.
she was here with him. They met,
Yeah.
I think, training. Right? They were. She's like a workout.
I don't know.
I think she trained people or something. But anyway,
But they moved to like Vegas
yeah,
together.
yeah. But he's doing his thing, man. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not against those people.
No.
It's just, it just doesn't. It's not. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I was a believer in this, that, and a third, and talking about cold showers and plunges and fucking wake up at 4 a.m. and it's like, bro, my fucking got crust in my eyes, dog. Like,
You did a thing for a while. I don't remember now. You
Wow.
used to go live on the
Treadmill.
on the treadmill.
Treadmill talk
Oh, I thought
during
it was
the
a bike.
pandemic.
Was it a bike?
Treadmill.
You used
30
to go
minutes.
live and just give a little
And just
motivational
talk about shit.
Yeah.
But it
That's
was
cool.
all just off the top of the
Yeah.
dome, bro. I used
It
to run
wasn't
for
too
30
serious.
minutes.
It wasn't too
Bro,
serious.
running is a great way.
I
for
was what?
like being active. That's probably a great way to get the
Oh,
the brain
my
fire.
fucking juices were flowing, and
Yeah.
people would comment, and then I would it would hold me accountable to making sure I run my miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then every Friday I would do it. Mind you, it was during the pandemic, so
Yeah.
I didn't
that
have
was
much
the-
going
yeah,
on,
yeah,
you know?
right.
But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these guys have a good philosophy, and then the other ones are just money. You know?
Yeah.
Money.
yeah.
But it's their business, so
It is.
you can't knock them. You know what
I
I
guess,
mean?
listen, if they're helping people, you know, I mean, listen, let's say they're talking to 5,000 people,
Yeah.
and 2 of them find something in there to make their life wildly successful, then I guess they're providing a service. But I think the percentage that I think they're taking a lot of money from people that are never.
Right.
They're probably hurting them more than they are helping them.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like, let's say the buy-in's $1,000 to go to one of these things.
Yeah.
And they're just a regular working class dude that's struggling to come up with $1,000, and they listen to this speech, and they have this, like that guy that was crying next to you,
Yeah.
and like, I'm going to be the next billionaire, and he still working as a janitor 20 years later.
Yeah.
He probably could have used that $1,000 more than he could have used that
Absolutely.
speech. I mean, I think that's a fair statement. That's probably happens to more people.
How many do you think really what percentage would you say actually get benefit?
Small.
The
Very
problem
small.
is, bro, is that some of these people are such in a wash. It doesn't end there at the conference. It's like, oh, we're gonna do this retreat, or we have this club that's $200
Oh, so
a month.
they get 'em
oh, there's
more and more
there's
and more.
constant
Yeah.
stuff, bro.
Oh, yeah,
and I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
became so for people like us. You go to these things. For me, I just use it to network. Meet this person, talk to this person, and in 5 seconds, if we have a conversation and we're talking business right away, then like, bro, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, let's just talk about life. Let me know if you're a fucking cool dude first, and then we can see if we can fucking network. If not, it's all good. I met somebody. If you ever need me, here's my card. Yada yada.
Yeah.
Move on. You know, and that's how I utilize it. But there's some people in there, bro. I know this. I met this couple that was down there. They're part of. They go to every fucking conference that Ed Milet does. And they're part of this fucking group that they meet once a month. And it's all these business entrepreneur people, yada, 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 yada. And it's just a constant thing for him. Like, they just go to this, that.
But does money come at the end of it, all this?
I mean,
first person?
he's got, like, I mean, he's doing pretty well. He's got 3
See,
PT
I wonder if like
offices,
him doing this
you know?
is probably networking with other people while he's doing all this also. Right?
I guess it all depends on what type of business you're in. You know, for me in the entertainment world, I don't think so. Maybe a PT, he learns some ins and outs about other things. That's where you have to look at it. I don't expect this fucking guy on a stage to change my fucking life, but maybe something in there,
Like you said,
I'll
networking.
change,
If you're using
you know?
it for networking purposes, you can't get hurt if that's what you're going there for.
Yeah.
Nothing magical is going to happen.
No.
Listening to a guy yell at you and tell you fucking get out of bed, make your bed in the morning, but nothing magical is going to come out of that.
Yeah.
It's not bad advice, but it's pretty much common sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start your day with something good every day. I mean, they're giving you a personal message, basically, is what
Right.
they're doing.
I
you know
got
what mean?
motivated when I was like 5 years old watching Rocky and Rambo and
My mother
karate
motivated me.
movies.
Right.
That's how I got motivated.
If
Well, I think
I didn't make my bed, I would get my ass whooped. So.
I think everybody's different too. I think, you know, in your group of friends, especially like us and our team, like we would all motivate each other, bro.
Yeah.
And like, you know, especially as a tight knit group like that we were, but we were what? At one of the smallest teams out there. 1000%. Now it's bigger, but
It's still, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
we were a fucking small group, but you fought. You won. Okay, now it's Edson's turn. And then boom, boom. And we would all like motivate. All right, it's fucking my turn now.
Yeah,
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
we got all the lights
yeah.
on. You know what I mean? And we would all
I
just
think you said
motivate
hold
each
yourself,
other.
and hold everyone, like, I got to go because they're all going to be there.
Yeah. And we'd all hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, you got to get your rounds in. You got to do this. So I think motivation is completely different depending on how you know, the type of person you are.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
If you need to fucking sit there and have somebody fucking crack you with a whip every day, you're obviously, there's something else wrong with
Exactly.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want it. You don't want it.
Yeah.
You don't want it. If you, and it's not. Yeah, that's what it is. I think Rogan said this. Yeah, it's not motivation because you're not. There's days you're not going to be motivated. It's fucking discipline.
Yeah.
You need discipline.
Right.
That's what it is.
But they're also trying to inspire something bigger than like 9 to 5 stuff. They're trying to inspire you to be entrepreneurial.
I know,
not,
but, like,
everybody
not everybody can
be
be.
an
Yeah, exactly.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I'm a 9 to 5 guy because for me it's safe.
Right.
I got comfort. I go to sleep good at night. I know I got a paycheck. I could try to be I've done it a little bit. I've dabbled in other stuff. Though obviously the whole fucking, I'm not even going to say the name of it. That cocksucker. If I had a business partner that completely fucked me,
All right.
I want to kill him and fucking drive out there. And fuck this, but anyway,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
yeah. But anyway, you know, I've dabbled in that field a little bit, but you know, I played the safe route. You know what I
Right.
mean? Not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Not everybody, and they try to inspire the masses to say every one of you can. No,
They can't.
you can't.
Yeah.
Just the numbers say it can't happen.
There needs some grave diggers in this world.
Yep.
Bro, and at the end of the day,
My dad used to say that the world needs ditch diggers too.
there's no reason. There's nothing wrong with being a 9 to 5 and working wherever you fucking work because that's where you want to fucking work. The people that are entrepreneurs some of these fucking people don't even fucking make money. They just want the title to saying they're an entrepreneur or a mompreneur or this fucking. Now there's titles for entrepreneur.
Yep.
You know, like I never had a regular job. I just happened to like this fucking entertainment world, and I made it work, and I saw what kind of money I can make. But I fucking love this shit. I wish I didn't have to charge people, but I know what I charge. They're getting what they want and more. You know what I'm saying? So like I know what it's worth, but especially now having a baby on the way, it's like the flexibility of life. Being an entrepreneur, I know that if I want to fucking go to work tomorrow, I go to fucking work. If I don't, I can fucking sit home.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's still money in the bank account. It's I got a roof over my head. My girl, she's fucking has a thriving business. Guess what? She wants to fucking stay home all of May and ready for the baby to fucking come. She can do that.
Right.
And she's got a team to back her up. Thank God for that, because if we took the safe way for a 9 to 5, we'd be stuck on maternity leave and counting the fucking time to go back to fucking work and this, that, and the third. And guess what? Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Right.
Because what comes along with a 9 to 5, you got to fucking talk to the boss every day, and he's a cocksucker, and he's this. He didn't give me my... Well, guess what? If you own your own business, you got fucking guys ain't coming to work. So now you got to fucking do all the work, and you got to pay the bills and this, that. Yeah. So it's got pros and cons for both, you know? I want to fucking sell my business every other day. And
you were just saying that a lot of people that are entrepreneurial don't make any money and they brag about it. I think this business right here, the podcast business, is probably the number one. Everybody's got a podcast. Like, I got and I look at their numbers and I'm like, like fucking 17 followers. I'm not saying we're huge by any stretch of the imagination, but everybody loves to say they have a podcast.
Oh yeah. Fucking podcast.
Well, it's like kids used to say, I like being a fighter.
Yeah.
That's just one way you don't have to grow up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you bar back and shit. I'm fighting, but I'm fighting.
We know a couple guys like that.
Where was the call for you, Frankie? Where did you make the judgment call? Because you were a plumber, right? You had a 9 to 5. You worked for your dad's company very much like I did growing up. And there had to be a moment there because you juggled both for a while. You were a plumber and a fighter. Where was the pivotal moment where you said, I mean, there had to be a day, there had to be a moment of recognition where you said, I'm fully investing my time.
I signed my second contract with the UFC.
And you said, this is it. And you had a talk with your
I
dad.
won 3 fights in the UFC. I just beat Spencer Fisher, who was a title contender at the time. I beat him pretty good. I signed the next contract, and I said, I'm fucking done. I was still
to your dad. You had a
yeah.
Because you worked for your dad.
Yeah,
right.
and but even to myself, I was like, I'm done. But how old was I? I was 26, 27 at the time. You know, and I was like, shit, I could always go back to plumbing if I had to. You know, so just made a run for it.
Same question to you. I remember. I believe it was against Sam Stout. I was a fan of yours, you know, still a fan of yours, but I watched that and I was like, this dude's a badass. He's from Jersey. He's my guy. Right? I'd seen you around. We met each other and stuff. And I'm like, this is my, and you said to Rogan, that's it. You put the gloves down. I'm tired of my family. What brought you to that decision? Why did you say, and you obviously had some fights after that, right? You went back to it?
Yeah, I ended up going back. I think I was just, I had a really bad weight cut and I was just done, dude. Like, nobody understands, like, it's funny because we were watching Bare Knuckle this past weekend, bro, and I was having a great fights. And I'm sure
Eddie.
we'll talk about it. Yeah. And I was talking about it with one of my boys today, and he's like, I don't really like the system because, like, they're not fighting that long, and they need more rounds or longer. And I'm like, dude, the whole fight game, people only see you when you make it to Bellator, PFL, UFC, like, when I was coming up, I had fucking over 100 grappling matches, and then I had 9 amateur fights, and then I fought pro, and I got promised the UFC twice before I was 7-0 or 8-0. You know what I mean? And then I finally, the last fight was Chris Way when I fucking lost by split decision, and then I felt like the rug got pulled out from under me. But that whole journey was fucking from 17 years old to like 24, 25. So like the journey to get to the UFC is a long one. You know, now it's not as long because some of these guys are 5, 6, 7-0, go on the contend. There's so many different avenues for these guys to make it. Tough, Tough really wasn't that popular, and if it came around, hopefully it was your weight class, because if it wasn't, then you got to wait a whole fucking another year or the end of the year, you know? But now there's so many different avenues, but by the time you got to the fucking UFC, bro, it's just like, all right, cool, we're here. But then it's like, fuck, man. It's like, now it's another climb to the next, which is good. That's the game, right? I always wanted to be a world champion. But when I got to that Sam Stout dude, I was just so like done with weight cuts. I was just done being a fucking puppet. You know, everybody around us makes it sound so easy. Oh, it's just another pound. It's 2 pounds. But they don't know what the fuck we're feeling inside, dude. Like, the mental warfare we have with ourselves, obviously everybody's different, but, like, every fucking fight, I'd be in the back. I'm fucking, this is my last one. This is my last one. Every fucking fight, this is my last. I don't know why I fucking do this shit. It's my last one. This is my last one.
Goes
See, I hear everything you're saying. It makes total sense, and I do agree that people don't get that whole background and the years you put into it. But you won that fight, and you look so damn good. You would think you'd be almost reinvigorated. You know what I mean? Like, all right, it was fucking worth it. But
yeah, I just knew I was just done. You know, I had no. My first fight in the UFC was super last minute, and I was in the locker room. I'm like, these guys brought me out to lose, you know, and I had a huge adrenaline dump in the fucking first round. I did good for the first 2 minutes, and that was it. I just wasn't there. First and only fight, I wasn't there. The last 2 fights that I lost, I just didn't want it. That's just point blank and simple. I just didn't want it. These guys are fucking just laying on me. I never got beat up once in my whole career, except for that Johnny Case fight that I lost. That I just wasn't there, and it is what it is. But I was just done, man. I was done cutting weight. I was done. But after I got done with that, I was helping Edson. I was still helping the team out train. I just didn't want to fucking have to be on a scheduled timeline. But I had the itch. Yep. So I went back a year later. You know what I mean? Sure. And I fought out my contract and whatever. And then, I don't know. I was confused trying to figure out my life.
Of course.
You know, I just... It's a fucking weird mind game, bro, because it's hard to, like, let go. You know
who's gonna go through that right now, who is much younger than you? What's the kid he just lost? He was the youngest fighter in the UFC. I think he's 19.
Rosa.
He just lost. And he was extremely confident that he was going to be the youngest champ ever. Now, what do you think that does to a fighter like him?
So, it does a lot of things. You know, and you see what I'm saying? That kid was 6-0 when he was in the UFC. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of guys that are just getting in. He's got a name. He's fucking, you know, he's 18 years old. He had a good fucking finish on that show. You know what I'm saying? So he had like a fucking, and look at these guys like Joey Pfeiffer from Philly. Bro, that kid fought a lot in Jersey. You know, he fought for Ring of Combat and then went to the Contender, blew his fucking elbow out or his shoulder out. Got it fixed, came back, and now look at him. You know, the fucking kid is a fucking name in the UFC. Only, 3 fights in the UFC?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a quick road with now social media and all this crazy shit. A kid like that, the problem is you saw how much he was talking. He right out the gate, I'm going to be the best and this, that.
Aljo, take Aljo out now.
I'm going to take Aljo out. Look who he's training with. He's training with Aljo.
Well, he's smart. Honestly,
he's very smart.
Yeah, as long as he realized, which seems like he did. Right?
He needs to eat his fucking pride and just go, this is a whole nother game. Especially at 18 years old. Right. Kid's full of fucking testosterone, fucking huge ego, thinks he can submit everybody, and he got humbled by a guy that's okay.
Right.
You know? Right. The guy that's okay. He's not that guy fought him so calculated and so calm.
That dude is super calm though. That's the rumor about that guy.
Oh,
when
really?
he walked out, like I'm like, dude, this guy don't even look at his heartbeat, bro.
Yeah.
Super calm. And was perfect.
He was throwing combos. He didn't even move his lips. Like guys are like,
yeah. Really?
Yeah.
You know, but he was so he was calm, chill, hips down, like he fought good. You know what I mean? But
he did.
The kid and that kid came out like a fucking Tasmanian devil. I'm like, oh, this kid's fucking gassing. He ain't gonna. He catches him with something crazy in the first, or he's losing. Yep. You know what I mean?
But dude, he you could see he has the potential though. I mean,
1000%.
Even though he came out like guns blazing. He has that that self-belief, almost like that false self-belief.
Right.
That I think a lot of fighters, you need to have that crazy self-belief. And some people, fake it till you make it. Some people they make it. Some people just they don't make it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he has that in him.
He's got a lot of mature. But I'm glad to see Aljo took him under his wing. You know, because like, listen, bro, if you're at the pinnacle of the game, that's like Corey. You know, Corey. Fucking skyrocket. He deserves everything that he's got coming to him. I mean, he's one of my boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But talk about somebody that worked for it. Bro, Corey, I think, had 3 fights going into the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, no. Maybe one. Maybe one fight.
1 or 2?
Into the Ultimate Fighter, yeah.
He grew up in the UFC. I mean, that's everybody's dream, bro. Could you imagine?
Everybody.
Your first 2 or 3 fights, you know, and then you go right into the UFC, and it's like, okay. You know?
Everybody says he's the hardest worker in the room.
Bro.
Everybody.
Let me tell you something, bro. I've been so drunk with that dude partying till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and that guy's always woken up to go to practice.
Oh yeah.
He was a fat kid.
Yeah, fat.
He was a fat kid.
Fat.
And it's
Fat.
crazy, yeah.
But I mean, it's so amazing to see him like pick what he wants to do now, and like, bro, he's fought the biggest names in the UFC, and he was able to walk away from them on his own terms and say, "Yo, I'm out."
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, they weren't going to give it to him, and Corey knows this, and we've spoken about it, bro. He's not marketable.
Right.
You know, it just is what it is. He's a family man. He's
I
a man of
don't
God.
know about that, bro.
Well, the UFC didn't want to market
At that
him.
moment,
You know, the UFC
maybe
didn't
at that
wanna market
moment.
him.
But like, dude, fucking black guy that hunts, man, that's marketable as hell,
Right.
bro.
Okay.
Super good and family and country granola. Come on.
Everybody wants the bad boy, bro.
I remember he was in
Look
here.
at Conor,
I don't
bad
know, though,
boy.
but look
John
at
Jones,
but, he's
bad
like
boy.
the fucking black Matt Hughes.
But
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
he tried
I
to
don't
be
know.
that guy for a little bit because do you remember he was chasing around John Jones for a
Yeah,
little
he
bit?
tried, and then he
talking shit?
No, he did. He showed up, was like, "Hey, John," and fucking
think
Dante was talking shit. Dante's talking mad shit.
No,
Dante started.
I saw one video where it was definitely John is in the cage training and he's barking like Corey's barking bad, but he said, "Look, I did it because the UFC wanted me to be a little more boisterous, a little bit more,
Yeah.
you know." So
Corey said, I just showed up there just to talk to him, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden Dante came out of nowhere.
that's fucking great.
But, you know, it's just, listen, the UFC is a machine, and it ain't going to slow it down. That thing has got it going on. Selling out every fucking show. And for Corey, he was, outspoken, but he wasn't going to play that game. Same with you, bro.
Yeah.
Think about the career you could have had if you just started opening your mouth and talking shit.
It wouldn't have been authentic, though. It wouldn't have been real.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
know.
but I'm saying,
but think about where it could have gone. You can't say it because you're not there, right? But you had a great career. I'm not saying anything. I'm not taking anything away from your career. And everybody wanted you to talk, especially that one time when you jumped on the cage. Remember when Conor fought? You're like, "Hey, me, pal," but the fucking fence is right there.
No.
I'm fucking with you.
that's the only person I ever wanted you to talk
It looks
shit
like
to.
it looks like I'm like, "Nice job." Hey, congrats. I'm like, "Yo, fuck." It looks like I'm saying, "Hey, what's up, Conor? Good job." It's like, "Yo, Frankie Eggers congratulating Conor." Like, what the hell?
But
in reality, you were talking a little shit.
No, I was not. I'd stop.
was
Like,
trying to
yo,
make the
he
fight
just
happen.
He just won a title, bro. I'm not gonna sit there and take his shot. I'm like, that would piss me the fuck off.
Right.
So I was just like, "Hey, nice fight." I was like, "Congratulations." I go, "But forget Aldo. Forget the rematch with Aldo. Me and you. Come on, let's go."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, thank you." He didn't hear me. He just heard me say, "Oh, thank you."
yeah. But, as far as that, I mean, everybody likes violence right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody likes controversy. Everybody likes arguments, and that's what is thriving on all social media. They want to see people get hit by cars, slaps, punches. Who's backstage with some crazy shit like Nate Diaz and all that crazy. You know what I'm saying? They want to see all that because now when it's time to fight or whatever, they're gonna bring it out and whatever. So that's elevating the whole game with the whole reality TV and bullshit. Just like, BKFC, bro. BKFC, David Feldman, bro. I just, we can't do nothing but applaud that guy because he started off with amateur MMA in PA. My dad used to rent them cages. We used to talk to him all the time. Nice fucking guy. And he always talked to us about bare knuckle. We always thought he was nuts. Like, this fucking guy's fucking loony.
Wow.
Back then,
Back
then, talked to us about bare knuckle, and I'm pretty sure, not 100%, but he went and tried doing bare knuckle in some barn or some shit and got in trouble with it, and then finally legalized it and whatever, and he's doing his fucking thing, bro. And
I'll tell you what, I watched Saturdays, probably the first full event I watched, and obviously for Eddie and everything. But dude, it was great production.
Great production, everything.
I
was on
will
point.
say this though. I thought that was, that might have been their coming out party. You know,
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean? Like,
saying.
really was.
Yeah.
It was perfect because nobody got cut really.
Right.
Badly.
Right.
It's cut little cuts like who
Beck Rawlings.
Beck got cut. But it was nothing crazy. No crazy cuts.
No.
Like I think most of them are
You see that
crazy
European
cuts.
dude, that one dude from London, like a few fights back, dude, looks like he got a fight with a butcher.
Yeah, man.
Chad's face was pretty. Maybe it wasn't bleeding bad, but Chad's face. Eddie had a pretty bad black eye, but Chad's face was pretty fucked. He was bleeding pretty good.
Yeah, but not like.
Not like
Still,
gushing, not
yeah,
pouring,
not like
yeah.
some of them. You see some of those fights, you're like, oh my god, dude, they got cuts like crazy.
Yeah.
I think Eddie got like one set of stitches. You know,
Well, listen, that's fucking the most unforgiving sport. But I think
is it though?
Name another sport that's more unforgiving than that
MMA,
besides
bro.
slap
I
boxing.
could kick you in the face with my shin, bro.
Right.
With my shin.
But at a specific time. Like you have these small knuckles with nothing protecting
I know, and
them.
you know what's crazy? You're right. I mean,
it's 2 minutes
like,
of
it
fury.
looked like Eddie and Chad Mendes were not holding back.
Nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
Well-
I wonder how their hands feel.
But
Oh,
Eddie,
five
that one
balloons.
left Eddie hit Chad with when Chad went down to a knee.
Yeah.
He hurt. I think he went down from pain. He wasn't rocked.
Right.
I think it was pain. It literally swelled up right away.
Right.
I hit him right in the temple.
Right.
I think he was like, He literally went down. Was like, You know what I mean?
me,
Well,
Eddie just looked like he was in a street fight in Philly to me. The way he was chipping him up, piecing him away, because that's
Yeah.
how he grew up. He grew up in boxing gyms in Philly. You know what I mean? So
when we were talking about it in the gym, and Frankie was just like, "Yo, how do you like it?" And I was like, "I'm gonna go with I'm the most biased motherfucker. I don't give a fuck whoever, Frankie, Eddie, Edson, whoever the fuck. I don't care if it's King Kong. I got my boy. I'll lose all my money. I bet the house on my boys all day long. I don't give a fuck what you say." But with that game, first off, the structure is great because it's 2 minutes, right? So it's 2 minutes of fury, and then you have a whole minute of recovery, right? So it's just like
No, that's good. I don't know if
that's good,
It's good for Chad Mendes.
right? But I'm saying for the game structure,
Yeah, I mean it's good
You
for
know?
it. But listen, it makes a more even playing field
right?
because the better guy is usually in better shape.
Right.
Right. You take that away. You take. Like say like a guy like honestly Eddie Mendes, if that fight was 3-minute rounds or say they were 5-minute rounds, I think Eddie's gonna fucking last and Mendes is gonna not.
Oh,
gonna last.
without a doubt, he was definitely more gas in the fifth round,
Yeah.
1,000%.
Chad's just all muscle
But
too.
that game is all about speed. So I knew Eddie's kind of a slow starter until he gets his fucking bells rocked, and then he kind of wakes up.
Right.
So I was just like, bro, no gloves, first time.
Yeah.
Chad's fast as fuck, and he's fucking juiced out the
the
gills.
gills, hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? He looked like a Ford Dually in there,
He did.
bro. And I'm like, man, as long as he makes it out the first round, I think we'll be all right. And Eddie started super fast, and then got caught with a left hook, or I think it was a left hook. Wobbled him a little bit, and then after that, Eddie just kind of just sunk down and was kind of the same speed the whole time. I was
dog
like,
came
all
out.
right, motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
So,
What was your take on, or what do you guys think of Luke Rockhold, like verbally saying, "I can't continue" from a broken tooth? I don't think his jaw was broken. I think it was just his teeth. Obviously, he was missing half his front tooth. But
Yeah.
would you stop fighting because of that?
you can't say it unless you're in the
You
position,
can. I
bro.
can't.
You know,
I can't. You two can.
The only example I'll give you is Corey had his fucking bottom teeth
all pushed in.
broken. His jaw was broken back,
He just put his mouth
and he was holding it in with his tongue from the fucking first round all the way through the whole 3 rounds with Gian Vellante. He ended up getting knocked out that fight, but the whole
I was
fight.
at that
Imagine holding in your fucking teeth. When I went to the back, bro, because I was cornering Jimmy Hedis. Jimmy Hedis was fighting that night. And I went to the back, and I'm like, yo, coach, what's wrong with him? He's like, don't go in there. And Corey, he looked like this, and his fucking teeth were flat back. And I'm like, oh, my God.
I was at that fight. We were like front row. Weidman's wife,
I was there with my kid.
his girlfriend, and Weidman's sister, I think. And we're cheering Corey on, and they're all cheering. We didn't realize who they were at first. And
Yeah.
then once we realized, because I knew Weidman a little bit. He came to my birthday party years ago, but. Yeah, we figured out who they were, and it was all love. But at first, we're like, "Fucking, Corey's our guy!" Like,
That's what he wished for his
yeah,
birthday.
he jumped out of a cake. He jumped out of a cake. See, you ever seen a guy?
What do you mean? What do you mean? How do I see it? You had a fucking UFC fighter jump out of a cake for your birthday.
No, it's an incorrect statement. Nothing is true about that at all. I didn't set it up. I didn't ask for it. Jenny had.
You wrote it in your
didn't
Santa
jump out
letter.
of a cake.
In your Santa letter,
None of
Jenny,
that was true.
Jenny found your
It was
Santa
zero
letter.
true. You're a
from the year
liberal.
before.
You are a liberal. You just make up shit and fucking yell it, and it becomes fact to you. You're a
Jenny
liberal.
found
bro.
his Santa letter.
You're a liberal.
He said, for my
Facts
birthday.
matter.
Santa, for my birthday.
Facts matter,
I
you
want
idiot.
a UFC fighter jumped out of cake.
No, it was for a TV show.
Chris Weidman.
Chris Weidman jumped out of a cake?
He did not jump out of a cake. No. He just showed up and said, "Hey, what's up?" That was it. It was part of a TV show. So.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what he was feeling. You know, I think he might have been just a little shocked, like chewing on a tooth or whatever, trying to fix his mouth. That's what it looked like, but I don't know, man. You know, maybe he got a good payday, and he was
got
like,
the
yo, I'm
bag.
out.
He got the bag, and that
he
was
got
it.
that bag. That's right, you know? So, I mean, it is what it is. Mike Perry's a fucking dog. He found his calling, bro. That's the game for it.
He didn't quit
Yeah.
when it broke. He was fighting for a little bit. You saw the punch. I think it was an uppercut that got him that definitely broke his teeth. And
Yeah.
he continued on. And then they kind of locked up. They were up against the ropes, and I think who was it? Big
Dan.
Big Dan, I think, stepped in, and then he said, verbally.
Probably because he was like,
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's a hard read, bro. When your adrenaline's going and you're in the fucking fight, I don't know. I feel, you know what's fucking, what we were talking about? Fake motivation. What the fuck? Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking Luke Rockhold all day long. You know, I think he's a great fighter. He's done a lot for the sport, but I think he's clocked out a long time ago.
He just discredits every fighter he's up against.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's not on my level, and then he just keeps getting beat.
And
He
I think
was.
he's-
At one point,
I'm a Rockhold fan.
Rockhold was very good. He
Yeah,
was very
and I
good.
think he's still very good, but I think
Yeah.
he's just clocked out. Like, why?
He's not all in. He's not all in it.
Especially now, the fighters are getting paid, fucking just straight paid, not fight. Paid to make weight, paid to win, and all that. It's one purse.
Straight, yeah.
It's a big difference too,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He reminds me a little of Cain Velasquez. Like Cain, when he came on the scene, was a fucking straight killer. But I
Yeah.
think he was plagued with really bad back problems, and obviously,
he's like a Nicotone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A guy that, well, I mean, he was a champion, so I mean, he made it a little further. But his whole fucking, the only time I saw Kane, and I saw from the jump when he actually like looked beat before he even got in the cage, and it could have been from an injury or something, is when he fought Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah.
When he walked out for Junior Dos Santos, I'll never forget it. He looked pale as fuck, like scared to the fucking gills.
Wasn't that like an amazing back and forth fight? Didn't he win that fight?
No, he lost.
He did.
He
They
lost.
They fought twice, though.
Yeah, they did
They
fight
fought.
twice.
Did he
That's
beat
right.
him the second
Yeah,
time?
One of them
Yeah.
was like,
I mean,
like
they
Junior
may-
Dos Santos'
they may have
face
fought three
was
times.
mangled on
Definitely
one of
twice.
them. I remember they definitely
Yeah.
fought twice. Yeah,
But and that's the game, bro. It's
he's
like,
out of jail, by the way. I believe he's on
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
on
Parole.
parole, right?
Yeah.
Probation, whatever they call
No,
it.
what-
Bail.
yeah.
We both said the exact same shit, but anyway, yeah, I believe he's just out on bail. But I know, like, the judge gave him, I think he was filming a movie, and the judge gave him special permission to go out of state. So I don't know. That is such a crazy case. As a father, like, I think that's what almost any dad would do. Obviously, he shot the wrong guy. But,
Bro, I'm shooting the guy, helping the fucking guy that got my kid.
I don't know if he had all that information.
I don't get. You're in the car with him.
He
You're
blacked
in
out.
the car with him.
Yeah.
You're the fucking enemy.
He blacked out,
Yeah.
bro. He blacked out, and good for him, bro. Fucking should have got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agreed.
But-
Yeah, agreed.
I got a question, and you guys probably talked about this before, but I think it's something cool to talk about, bro. But like, now you're in the transition stage, and I'm sure it has
Not that kind of transition.
Yeah. So they them.
Yeah.
If you But has it hit you yet? Like everything that you've done and accomplished, or have you even been able to like let it sink in yet? That you're actually like, you might not be done competing, because I don't think you'll ever be done competing, because you fucking go to a red light and you're trying to compete to the next red light to the fucking, you know what I mean?
Bro, everything.
But-
we went and drove exotic fucking cars, and this
I
dude,
heard that.
he gets out of the car. I'm in one, he's in one. He gets, and first thing he says, "I bet I fucking beat you. I bet I can beat you." Everything's a competition in this guy. Everything.
But has it really like set in like what you were able to accomplish, bro? Because I know you're not one to smell the roses and like, hold yourself to put yourself on a pedestal or anything, but I think you deserve it. And I'm not talking to you like, yo, I'm fucking blowing you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're my boy, and
I know.
I
Yeah.
grew up under you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
I think it's pretty cool to like all of us to grow up around each other, still stay in the same circle, and like, this doesn't go to anything about your relationship, but we've seen each other at like our worst and our best,
Right,
especially in that fucking gym. And what
Yeah,
happens in
yeah.
that gym stays in that fucking gym.
Yeah.
On days you want a fucking grown ass men crying and like laughing, and I think we kept a pretty good morale. But has it really sank in everything you've been through from like?
I don't know. I mean, I get a little bit here and there. I'm not one to reflect.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm sure, like when maybe ceremonies come and stuff like that, I'll sit back and think about it when I gotta write a speech or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I still got I still got that motherfucker in me.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's still fresh.
yeah, it's still fresh.
You know what I
It's
mean?
still
Like
fresh.
the candle's still lit, but it's like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that end of the wick.
It is.
Where it's just like pumping.
I'm looking to open a gym. That's what I'm gonna do. Open a gym. Put my focus and energy to that. I
Right.
think,
Has it ever hit you to like and I'm sure you see it, but you don't want to like sometimes believe it because it's maybe puts you somewhere that you don't want to be, and people hold you accountable. But like the influence you have on people,
Yeah,
like,
no,
have you noticed that?
definitely, definitely. Especially the influence I have people close to me throughout the years. I feel like because that's who really knows me well, people that I'm close with. Do I have influence on outside people? I'm sure I do. Influence on kids in this community, kids that want to maybe get into fighting or into wrestling and stuff like that. I think I definitely have a little piece of that. Even like my friends' kids that wrestle, like they wrestle. I feel like, and they're successful or whether not successful or they're going to college or whatever. I'm like, dude, I think they wrestle because of me. I think that's cool as shit to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like I guess how I influence people.
Right.
Wrestling saved my life, dude. And I don't mean like I would have fucking, but I don't know what I would have been.
Right.
I would have been lost, I guess.
Right.
I'm sure I would have been fine because I have good people around me. But
You don't think if it wasn't wrestling, it would have been another sport? You seem very.
Nah, it's just wrestling. Like other
Wasn't
sports, I
basketball.
did a bunch of sports, and I was always okay. I was athletic, and I was a goer, so I was pretty much okay at everything. But nothing grabbed my passion, my attention, like
Wrestling, yeah.
like wrestling did.
Yeah.
That 1-on-1. That's
Yeah.
what got me.
So I think it's clear that obviously Frankie's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame at some point. But when the normal fighter, they put together a highlight reel for them or whatever, and it's going to be emotional for me watching this guy. This guy's is going to have to be 10 minutes longer than everybody else. This motherfucker fought 16 years in the UFC. Most minutes ever. Your highlight reel is going to be longer than the average highlight reel, I feel like.
Shit, I got plenty of time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because like when you're in it, right? It's like, you got a 12-week or 8-week camp, and it is what it is. Oh, my boy Andrew James. Oh, that's because your boy Wayne.
What are we looking at?
Evil. Andrew James up there, that sticker on the skateboard. I just noticed. That's my boy. That's my
yeah.
boy Evil.
That's
Well,
his boy.
because your boy Wayne.
What are we fucking looking at?
Your boy Wayne, right? The sticker.
Oh, yeah.
That's your boy Wayne.
Yeah, you know Wayne Mono?
Yeah.
I'm just talking to him today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm planning a
Yeah,
Memorial Day.
that's my boy.
I didn't know you know Wayne.
I know Wayne, but I know his partner,
Wayne's-
Andrew James.
Yeah, I know Andrew.
Yeah.
I know Andrew.
That's my boy for a long
Yeah,
time.
the barber. Yeah. Wayne is. I've known Wayne but Wayne should write a book because he's got some crazy stories. I'm not gonna
He's
put his business out there, but he's got.
Wacko Wayne.
crazy.
I've
or
known
whatever.
him since I was in high school.
After the show, I'll tell you about a couple stories about Wayne. But Wayne is just fucking. He's just a good dude, bro. Every time I see him, when Wayne gets fucking hammered out of the club, this is back in the day, out of the clubs, I'd see him. He'd always be fucking off his fucking rocker, and he would bite my face every day. He'd be like, ah, and I'd be like, right, Wayne.
So that's where it started.
Yeah. That's where it started. Yeah.
See?
He's crazy.
See?
No, but where I was getting at, it's when we're in the game, bro, it's like you're only as good as your last fight, right? So you go and you fight, and it's like, okay, you have that week. It's like, you're all excited, and then right back into it. You know what I mean? Because you got to stay sharp. Ricardo or Mark would be honest. Get the practice. And I was probably the only one in the group that would always take like a fucking month off and then come back or whatever. Unless somebody was fighting and I had to like emulate. I fucking emulated every fucking body in the UFC. But where I'm getting at is like that shit hasn't hit you because it's hard to like feel it and see it and smell it and believe it while you're going through it. But now that it's all fucking done, bro, like you are done. Like no contracts, no hand wraps, no fucking weight cuts. Like has that sit in yet, and like been able to like, fuck man, I had a sick life so far.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking blessed, bro. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. Like I always say, dude, I lived a movie in a sense. You know what I mean? Like I grew up, like I said before, like Rocky movies are a big part of why I probably
what I'm
fought.
saying,
No bullshit. And I literally lived the Rocky movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? I shouldn't have been a champion, dude. I shouldn't have fought at 50. Dude, that first time I met Dana White, first thing he said to me, he was at the Ultimate Fighter Trial. Shake his hand, hey, what's up? About to go out. He's like, you don't look like a 55er. First thing he said to me.
Who was that fight?
No, it was not a fight. It was at the Ultimate Fighter tryouts.
Yeah, and you didn't make that, and then they called you like 2 weeks
they
later.
called me, because I impressed them, I guess, at the tryouts.
Right.
So, yeah.
You were there with Jim Miller, right?
Not with him, but he was there. He was trying out also. On the
He
team.
made it, right?
Yeah. No, he didn't make it.
Oh, he didn't make it.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Nope.
Wow.
That was the year Nate Diaz, Gray Maynard.
Isn't that crazy? Two of arguably the best fighters to ever do it, especially at that weight class in the UFC, didn't make it
Yeah.
in the Ultimate Fighter. That's crazy.
And Jim's still fighting.
Still fighting,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He's one of my
He's
favorite.
lost his last one, right?
legitimately one of my favorite fighters.
Did he win?
Never
No,
has a
he lost
boring
it.
fight, that dude.
No,
Ever.
no.
He's always in it, man. He's grimy.
And he's rock solid, bro. He's a good, honest dude, bro.
Bro,
And
you've
just-
watched his Instagram. He's such a different entity outside of the fighting world. His personal life, he's just this different, bro. He never cuts his hair. He's always in the woods hunting. He's always working on his farm,
Right.
doing something with animals or his kids. And he's funny. He's like that dry. He's like my grandfather fun. He's that dry humor funny.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? He's fun to watch.
But it's just wild to think about. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, 16 years. Some people don't even fucking work
That's
a
what I'm
job
s-
for 16
That's
years.
what I'm
You
saying.
know what
bro.
I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
16 years.
Yeah.
You think 3 fights a year, give or take, you know? World title, headline, press conferences,
Mm-hmm.
weights,
Yeah,
drama. You
Dude,
know,
dude,
it's just
try,
like
like I said, bro. I traveled the world, you know,
for free.
Like,
you know?
Well, not for free, baby.
Your body paid for it. Yeah, your body
Not
paid
for
for it.
free. But I mean, I went to Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, Japan, Philippines.
Was that? Were you the first fight in Abu Dhabi?
First
With DJ?
fight in Abu Dhabi,
right?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
And the Ferrari stadium they
Yeah,
built, right?
Yeah.
I remember I was at a Naga, because you fought Sunday day, I think,
Yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit like that, right?
Yeah, I
Or
remember that.
Saturday day. I know it was like during the
Saturday
day.
during the day. Yeah.
And
it
I'm
was
with RJ Star Race at a Naga.
Wasn't it outdoor too? Wasn't it an outdoor
Yeah,
venue?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
first one.
And I
Might have
remember
been first and only, maybe.
this is before social media, all this shit. So you had to like go
Where's
home
Twitter? Where's
onto
Twitter?
the internet. Oh,
Twitter
Twitter.
was around.
But RJ got a call from somebody that was watching it because I'm like, bro, don't call me. I don't want to know. I'm competing. I just want to know about it later. And RJ starts jumping up and down and screaming. I was like, all right, you got to tell me now. And he's like, he fucking won. I'm like, no fucking way, man.
That's somebody, because it really turned into a great friendship with you guys. You guys fought 3 times, but you're like great friends now. We got to get BJ on the show, man.
Yeah.
He'd
I'm
be a
actually
great-
going. I was gonna. I was gonna. He's just opened up a UFC gym in Hilo,
Okay.
and he's having a grand opening this weekend. But I'm the guest fighter at UFC, so I couldn't make it. But I'm definitely going out there to
Yeah.
the gym, to
Yeah.
Hilo.
If he ever comes out here, I'd much rather obviously have him in person, but we could always do him on Zoom
Yeah,
too, you know?
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. He seems like a fucking
He's-
guy's got stories for days,
bro.
huh?
He's great, bro. He's so fun to be here. He's just funny, man.
Yeah.
Ran for
He's just
governor.
funny. Yeah.
Weren't
did.
you on the
Why?
Ultimate Fighter with him too, right?
Coached against him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that was a wild experience in
Yeah,
itself.
he was cool though. He was cool. There was no like beef. We were like super cordial. You know?
Right. Right.
I remember I lost the fucking coach's challenge,
I know, bro.
dude. But you know what it was?
Yeah, paddling,
Fucking
right? Kayaking,
Bro,
kayaking.
I'm like, dude. I show up to like kayak. I'm like, are you? I'm like, bro. I just read they discovered Hawaii on kayaks. That's what I just read. I'm like, what the dude? So I'm like, all right. So then I'm going. I'm like, all right. I'm going. I got the fucking lead on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, I got this. And then we had to turn, and I'm like, he's like, chirp, chirp. He's like fucking going backwards and shit. He's got reverse on that. I'm like, how's his kayak got reverse on it? I was so mad, dude. Oh man.
But it's wild, bro. It's wild. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you should appreciate that. Maybe, you know, especially when you see like posters or stickers or, you know, fucking little kids. I think that's fucking super dope.
Nah,
you
it's
know what
cool.
I mean? And
It's
that's
cool.
like a 1% in the whole world.
Frankie hates attention.
No, I know,
I'm
but
not.
Yeah.
I'm not good at taking
I'm
compliments.
not. I you know, you do it on the podcast all the fucking time. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's better to hear from a different fucking person, and it's like, it's good, bro. It's like super cool. I mean, you're always gonna be fucking Frank Yeager from time. Like,
Yeah,
you could
no,
die
no.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and everybody will fucking know.
Yeah, you
Frank
left. I
Yeager.
left something behind.
You know what I
You
mean?
know.
Which is fucking cool.
It is cool.
Whenever
Yeah.
people recognize me, they obviously associate
Yeah.
us.
They
It's
look
always-
behind you.
It's always, I saw guys at the Naga thing. There was a guy next to me that was from Brick. He's like, "Oh, you do the podcast with Frankie? Tell Frankie I'm a huge fan. I've trained with him before. Huge fan."
Yeah.
So always fucking say hi to Frankie. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, I don't remember your name. George wanted me to tell you hello. You know?
Hey, George.
They look behind you and see if Frankie's there.
Yeah.
You know?
No, he would probably be. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Frankie's just quiet,
All
man. He's confidently quiet. He doesn't like to bother people ever. Never wants to ask anything for anybody. Doesn't want to be the center of attention. Fucking, you know,
Yeah.
most people make a big, you know, put the gloves down in the middle of the ring and retire. He's like, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's a fucking thing, man. Everybody, bro. I honestly, I'm in the spotlight a lot, but I don't like being in the spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm just good at it when I'm in it.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm in there, I fucking grab that mic.
Yep.
You know, and
Yeah, you are good at it.
fucking,
You're very good at it, yeah.
I can work a room and whatever, but like honestly, when I'm not fucking working, bro, I like being at home,
yeah.
fucking chilling. You know, I don't want to fucking turn
Under
it
the
on.
under the radar. Yeah.
That's why I fucking one of those things, bro. And like, listen, there's people that live and breathe the fight game, and that's all that they're gonna fucking do for the rest of their life. And I just feel like I've been put on this earth to do more than that. You know what I mean? That's just one of my little fucking tickets to what I've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But business owner, whatever the fuck I decide to do, it's just like I just feel like we got more to do.
It built your character. It's part of who you are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yeah. So,
And somebody told me a long time ago, it's like, bro, nobody can take that from you.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, before I used to give a fuck what people fucking.
you left on your own terms too. It's not like you got a career-ending injury or something. You did it till you didn't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, I was trying to come back, and I fought out my contract with the UFC, and I was honestly lying to myself. You know, at that one stage, I was lying to myself that I wanted to keep fighting, and I was forcing myself to fight. And I fought once, and I beat this fucking dude that I was scared out of my mind. He should have never even been in the ring, but I beat him, took him down, and choked him out, whatever. And I was getting ready for my next fight, and BJ Young, I was training with BJ Young, and I tore my ACL, my worst injury. And I was honestly just fighting for money at the time. I was so fucking broke.
Really?
You know? And that's the only reason why I was fighting. Because I'm like, I can go fucking sell some tickets, make a fucking
So
couple
did that
$1,000.
take you out of that fight you had coming up, or you still fought?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Bro, I probably said this. I was so broke. I was in the red, and I had a torn ACL. And I went to the doctor, and I told him I'm a pro fighter, and he was like, all right, cool. We'll fucking take you to the surgical center instead of the hospital. It'll be cheaper. You just got to pay cash, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, fuck, how much can I do payments? And he's like, yeah, no problem. Bro, and I showed up to get my fucking surgery on Halloween that year, and they said, you got to pay this whole thing in full.
What? Right then and there?
Yeah.
What?
And I had no fucking money, bro.
You remember how much it was?
It was, I think I
$5
owed,
grand,
I
$4
owed
grand,
like
$5
$4,000. It was like something $3,000-$4,000, right?
Wow.
And I'm like, here, use this card, right? Knowing that it's not gonna work. And I was with my mom and my sister, and they're like, don't worry, I don't know what's wrong with my cards. And they're like, don't worry about it, we'll give you the money. We had to go to the ATM. Mind you, this is 5 a.m. Wow. Go to the ATM. My mom had to pull her fucking money out, my sister, to pay for my fucking surgery, bro.
Bro, that's a good family.
And thank God, you know. And I remember fucking getting out of surgery, whatever, everything went smooth, and laying on my parents' couch. And this once I came back to and whatever, I was good. And I'm like, I never want to be in this position again. Bro, I had no money in my account. All my credit cards were maxed out. And I literally sat on my couch and I talked to myself, straight up talked to myself. I'll never forget this. And I was like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, what am I going to do this entertainment thing? Am I leaving it? Bro, the day I tore my ACL was on a Saturday. I had a huge mitzvah the next day. I was working for a company and I had to do the mitzvah because I needed that $600 to go MC that party. So I told my boss at the time that you got to throw another dancer on. I'm going to do the party, bro. And I was limping the whole fucking party. And at the end of the party, a guy comes up to me and goes, hey, you're really fucking good. I'd love to see you with 2 legs. You know? and that's when I came up, bro. I was on my parents' couch, bro. And I fucking, I came up with the name, went on Fiverr, had some guy draw up a logo, and designed my whole fucking, I had my boy design my whole fucking website and the content, whatever. And in like 2 months, I had my website up and shit, and I was fucking trying to figure it out, and I was ending my contract with the guys that I thought were my boys, and yeah, that's like how I started this whole
I feel
shit.
like those stories that they make you hungry, right? You don't want to be back in that position ever.
Yeah.
So you're going to stay hungry from that point on.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
I was driving to North Jersey and Jersey City and networking with people that I didn't even know. I was selling them a dream that I didn't have anything, bro. I can do this, I can do that, whatever. Until one venue gave me a fucking opportunity, and I was pushing this one, pushing that one.
Fake it till you make
bro, straight up, I was faking it out, bro. I had $400 Easy Pass fucking
tickets.
bills a month, bro.
Oh, wow.
Fucking going to and from. My parents were like, yo, where you going today? Back to the city. Boom, talking fucking until I fucking started getting business, bro. And I just fucking hustled, bro. until I paid my mom back in like 6 months.
It's awesome.
Paid my mom back in 6 months, and in like 10 months I was able to like really start making some serious money. Yeah.
Nice.
It was fucking crazy. Crazy.
Just think of how much we're gonna make once we come out with that website for the young men of the world and inspiring them to be entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
I know you're going with that. With young, the website is about the young men of the world. Oh my goodness! I didn't even think about it when I said it.
You could have lined that up a little better, pal.
Shit, I set him up good for that
goodness.
one. Fuck. I always have to remember Frankie has gay, like
What is
right
that,
there,
what is
ready
that
to
called?
go.
What is it called? If they had a website, it's called Grinder.
Yeah. Thank God we're not in Florida.
You know a lot about Grindr, huh?
No, only from you, honestly. I've never heard about it until you brought it up, to be honest. Honestly, because he likes to look, you got a Grinder account. What the fuck is Grinder? I don't know what that is.
Yo.
There's
There's fucking accounts for everything out there. I just did a wedding.
Ashley Madison.
What's that? I don't know that one.
Ashley Madison is the one strictly for
Well,
married.
not anymore, though. Right?
Didn't it get shut down? And didn't a bunch of names get leaked and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
I knew somebody that got leaked. Yeah, it's for like it's set up specifically for married people. I think men and women. But if you're married and you want to be discreet, like that was the whole thing. It's very discreet. It's all private. Like your name is not out there in any way. You know, it's.
But you have to have an email.
Yeah. I don't know how it works. I've never been on it. But basically, if you want an extramarital affair, just sexual, get on Ashley Madison. You pay a fee, and they'll hook you up with people in your area that just want to fuck.
Yeah, but I think they got like hacked, right? That's what happened. They got hacked.
They got hacked, and they released a bunch of
Yeah.
names. That were,
Like celebrities were on there.
Yeah.
Then there was a mass shooting the next day, right?
yeah.
But I just did a wedding for a couple on Scruff, and it's
know what
gay
that
guys
is.
with beards.
What? Damn, there you go, bro. There you go.
Scruff.
Never heard
Oh,
of that. That's a
goodness.
website for.
Bro,
Don't they call hairy gay dudes bears?
Furries.
Bears.
Oh, bears.
Right? Bears.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I listen, bro. I got couples that come into my office and fucking. I've done every app under the sun. I've done Plenty of Fish, J-Date, Grinder, Scruff, Tinder, Bumble, Match, Plenty of Fish, Facebook, Instagram. I've every fucking app out there. I've done a wedding for.
Well, hey.
Yeah. They all work.
They all work.
They all work.
They all work.
Pay the subscription. You know. It's just a wild world that we live in, bro.
Oh, it's an instant.
Now the AI, you see
Bro,
this shit?
I just seen the Chat GPT, right?
Chat GPT.
It wrote a rap. It wrote a rap about our. I had to talk it. Did we ever talk about this on the show? I don't know, but I think we did. Yeah, we did. I wrote a rap. Well, first it wrote an ad read for us, right? Andrew had an ad read. I said, dude, ask him to write a rap about Champ and the Tramp. It wrote a rap, but it had like Jeff and the Tramp, like it has wrong name. So I was like, oh, put Roger, put Roger in it. Then I was like, talk about how Roger's gay. Oh, we can't do that. I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah. So I'm literally negotiating with him.
could be offensive.
Yeah.
You're negotiating.
No, I am. So I'm like, why? I'm like, why? Roger's a homosexual. It's like, well, we can't write anything derogatory. I'm like, why does it have to be derogatory? She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then wrote out a whole rap, and it's like, and Roger's gay, and it doesn't get in the way of their relationship. Yo, I swear to God. So you can negotiate. I heard someone said it got the Chat GPT, and it got him to say, it negotiated him to say 2 + 2 was 5.
Really?
So then afterwards, it would say, what is 2 + 2? It was 5. Like, no, look, it's 2 + 2 is 4. Like, no, you're wrong. So, but I just seen they put the Chat GPT into one of those Boston Dynamic fucking robots.
Oh, really?
Bro, this is the end of the world.
Right. So the Boston Dynamic robots are a real thing. Obviously, you see them interactive, but then they have these videos. Then they have these videos where it looks like they're usually out in nature. There's no fucking way these things do what they have them doing. Like,
I don't believe any of that
these
shit
like
unless I
triple
see it.
backflips and stuff.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, unless I
think
it,
aren't
I
all
gotta see it.
the Boston Dynamics robots, most of them, aren't they tethered?
I thought they're remote
tethered,
control.
right?
Yeah, tethered.
I think
Well,
they're
do you
tethered.
see the NYPD just launched like a
Yeah,
dog
dude.
and all that
and
shit?
no, it looks like fucking 3PO.
Yeah.
Or not, the R2D2 almost.
Yeah.
All right?
Chat. They said, I was just at an event for Booking.com this past weekend, and they said they built Chat GPT in like 2 weeks.
No,
It was like
really?
something quick like that.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but then now every new versions are coming out.
Right,
though.
new versions.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they were, because she was breaking it down how they, like this was like this women empowerment
Bro, so
and
listen.
super political conversation, but they broke it down in like timelines and then ChatGPT.
Bro, if they get this chat GPTs out that we can use, anybody to log on to and use, what do they have that we can't use?
Right.
Come
Oh,
on.
1000%, bro. They're 6, 7, 10, 20 years ahead of us. We just can't handle it. We can't even handle fucking guns. You know what I mean? Like,
Whoa, what do
you
you
want
mean?
technology?
What do you mean we can't handle
I'm
guns?
saying the chaos that's going on with all these mash.
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
it's only been 140 something days of the year, or
Yeah,
whatever.
but that's
where
not
it's
true.
four-
That's
it's
not true. I know.
What?
You're about to say the stat, but I think the stat's not true.
176 mass shootings this year.
Yeah, I know, but they consider mass shooting like one or more person. You know what I mean? It could be like a bank robbery is a mass shooting.
Oh, whatever.
You know?
I mean, that's still a lot. Whether it's fucking 50, it's still a lot. It's only fucking we're in May.
No,
You know
they
what I
call.
mean?
I know they fudge numbers. Like for
Big
example, school shootings. You know, I read something about that where like if there's somebody holds up a 7-Eleven down the street from a college or whatever,
Yeah,
they
they
count
call it
it's
school.
near
Yeah.
a school.
Yeah.
They count it in. Suicides also play into that whole.
Yeah, it's
Right.
part of gun
a
violence,
number. That's
yeah.
the number one. If you shoot yourself with a gun, that's the number one homicide rate there is suicide by gun, and they factor that in. So the numbers are always a little they sound worse
skewed.
than they are. They're a little skewed, but
Still not good.
no.
I just don't understand why they can't build something in schools that's like
A
automatic.
no, listen.
Like an automatic bulletproof door that just
No,
goes
listen,
down.
listen. They said all the money they gave to Ukraine. You did this numbers. Right? If they took that money and gave the money that they gave to Ukraine, not including the 300 more billion we're giving them, but they took that money. They said they could have $500,000.
No, that was early.
each-
That was before. That was when it
All right,
was
well,
at,
whatever.
like,
They could fucking pretty much put an armed guard in every school.
No,
in the
no,
country.
not an armed guard. They could put like 12 armed like police officers. There's no way a mass shooting is going to go down if you have an armed police officer. First of all, anybody that says you're going to get rid of guns, it's impossible. You're not going to get
You'd
rid of
never
guns. So
get
what's
rid
the
of
best next
like
thing?
drugs. You can't get
Protect
rid of
our
it.
children, right? Who we
Yeah.
all are. I mean, everybody's on the same page there. So I think the numbers that I read or heard about, probably on a podcast, maybe even Rogan, was when it was around the $60 billion figure. I think that was the figure I read.
So now it's even more, right?
Now we're
That's
at
what I'm saying,
what did
yeah.
you say? Oh, like
Right. Well, anyway,
191
so yeah,
billion
we
or something?
could literally put if they wanted to, they could. They
Yeah.
could do that, and it's crazy that they don't.
Anybody that thinks your government cares about you, you're a fucking moron.
I just
They
don't understand. Like, I was like looking at it after that last mass shooting. I'm like, why don't everybody watch The Purge? Why can't we just have retractable bulletproof doors that just go down the windows and down the doors in the room?
Yeah, but
boom,
like-
boom, lock it in. That's it. Now nobody's fucking,
Each door, each classroom. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but you're given a perfect scenario where kids are always in the classroom. A lot of these mass shooting kids are in the hallways,
well,
yeah,
I'm
roaming
saying,
between
you
classes.
can still come up with scenarios.
So the
but I'm
best
saying-
Yeah.
the best thing to combat it would be a trained professional that has the proper training, the technique, and the firepower to take out the threat.
Right.
Before it gets into the school and becomes, a threat to kids or starts a mass shooting. When they always have to get into the school. And the worst schools, the worst schools that have track records of, violence, almost all of them have metal detectors. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I don't know.
the kid's not getting in to the school with a gun unless he's breaking in and then causing harm. And if there's an armed guy at the door to stop that threat, then it's not going to happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know. I mean, this last chick fucking blew through the front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, why weren't they fucking bulletproof? Like, why aren't all these schools bulletproof? Like, if that was the case, the doors were locked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She fucking bazookaed right through the fucking front door.
Right.
Them.
But then think so from just a cost perspective, right? You're talking about retractable bulletproof doors. You're gonna have to change all the. You know how expensive bulletproof glass is. All the windows. It's a much more reasonable fee to pay
I get it. I get what you're
people
saying.
to eliminate a threat. That's a human that can make an executive decision that has the proper training background and all that sort of thing.
You see the meme for the shooting? Someone said it was a picture of Betty White.
Oh yeah,
What? Eat a Snickers?
he's making
No.
that. He got me with this one. See if you figure it out.
It was the shooting said, and then there was a picture of Betty White.
He got me with this one. Did you get it yet?
Bet White.
I actually heard this
And guess
in your
what?
podcast.
And
Now that you said that, I remember you said that.
but
It's
yes,
true.
True.
Yeah. What do you think about the fights this weekend?
Good fights. Good fights.
Good fights.
I'd like to see Aljamain win.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Cejudo's pretty freaking good.
I think he's a lot more strategic than people think.
Yeah, very.
You know?
Very. And I think his boxing might be the difference.
Yeah.
He's got some power in his hands.
I think Aljo grew up a lot
Mhm.
after losing to Peter Yan, that whole drama, whatever. I think
Yeah.
the second time he fought him, he fought him like a real fighter.
I just I'm just trying to put it through. How's Aljo gonna win? Is he gonna outstrike him? I don't know.
Yeah.
His kicks are very unorthodox. I think he could give him some troubles. Obviously, Cejudo had problems with kicks when he fought Marlon a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think Aljo kicks like Marlon, but how is Aljo gonna take him down, man? I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna take him down.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he might catch him something around the back.
I could see maybe
know,
if
like
something
an arm
like in
drag
a
or
scramble
something. Right.
or something. I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah,
I think
for
it's
sure.
definitely gonna be high paced. I don't think anybody's gonna knock anybody out.
I don't know. I could see Cejudo.
How
catching
about
him.
Burns versus Muhammad?
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
a good fight
Yeah,
too.
It's a
Those
great
are-
fight. It's a good
They're
matchup.
very similar.
Yeah.
I
Very
think Burns,
similar.
obviously, I think may have a little bit more jiu-jitsu.
Submissions.
I mean, just more attacks, more experience on the ground. Even though Bilal's a wrestler and great ground and pound.
I think Burns is a little hard to read too. Like when he fought, he fights scared, right? He looks like he's fucking scared, and he's like, his hands are like fidgeting the whole time. So it's like it's almost like he's feigning, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's always like, he's always moving, but it's like
He's athletic.
But he's so fucking
athletic,
fast, and
right?
he hits hard, man.
He's so athletic.
Yeah, he changed a lot too, because he used to he was always good, but like, just like Aljo, man, he transitioned at that. I forget which fight it was, but he like turned into like a man.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like he used to be like a jiu-jitsu guy, go down on the ground, kind of fight scared, and then like all of a sudden, once he found his hands, then he like now he's a grown up in the UFC, you know, and like now he fights. I mean, bro, he looks really good. He's on a tear, but Bilal's tough, dude. Bilal can take a punch. He can wrestle. You know, and now he's training with Khabib.
Well, yeah, only for that one fight, I think. Though.
Oh, they're not training
yeah,
anymore?
I don't
But,
know.
I mean, Sean Brady's a fucking tough-ass dude,
yeah.
and he walked through him.
Took it to him.
You know?
Yeah.
He stopped
Yeah.
him.
Oh, I didn't even realize Benel Dararouche. That fight's canceled. Who got injured?
With Oliveira?
Yeah, that's why Bilal and Burns are on that card though now.
Right.
And that's a 5-round fight too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bryce,
well,
Smith,
yeah, I
Bryce
think winner
Mitchell
fights
just got injured. He's
champion.
out.
No, not really.
Oh, no?
Colby's supposedly, I think, still getting the
Right, but I think they're next in line after that.
Yeah, but are they gonna wait?
I don't know. Bilal waited long enough. I mean, he's what's another fucking couple of months?
They're not going to get a replacement for Bryce, right? Because he
No, they did. They have one.
They
already.
did. He's
Yeah.
fighting.
no, he got injured.
He's not. Bryce got
He's
no.
out.
Bryce got his guy got injured. They gave him a Russian. Now Bryce got injured, so now they got the Russian replacement. Now,
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I just watched him bet it yesterday. Bryce was on there
Yeah, this is
Really?
weird. Why?
Yeah.
Why, look
putting
at
socks in his
why
fucking
on the bottom
ice
two
plunge.
is Bryce on there twice. Canceled. It's got two different.
Well, because that's who he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight Jonathan Pierce, right?
Right.
That got canceled. Then he was supposed to fight
And then he got injured.
Movasar Evlov, and then he got injured. Which I don't know why they're not that up to date because I don't have his guy on there.
Right. That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
yes, they do. No, they do. He's fighting Diego Lopez.
Oh, so Bryce is out now?
Yeah.
He was on embedded.
It didn't
Wow,
say,
this kid's a 16-0.
It didn't say why.
Just
Just said
the
injured.
Russian dude.
Oh, yeah, he's from Dagestan?
Must be, yeah. Must be.
They're all fucking nasty over
This
there.
guy's 21 and
It's a bit
5.
different over there.
Nah,
Just a
it's just
different way of
just
life,
imagine growing up
Living in a
fighting.
cave. Yeah.
Just
No,
imagine.
they don't. What are you living in a cave?
No,
I'm being
just imagine
extreme, obviously.
growing up
They don't live like we do.
fighting.
No, they do.
You know, like they
I
grow
think
up.
They live in houses. What the fuck you mean?
With all the amenities we have.
I think so. Yeah. What amenities do you mean now? Like what? Like do they have swimming
Heat
pools and
and
stuff? I
air
don't know if they have swimming pool. They have heat. They have air. I'm sure they have all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Air
not-
conditioning?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would think so.
I don't know. Those bro. And one thing I learned about those Dagestans, bro, they all got fucking money. Every time they come over here, they got Beamers, Benzes. They got there's fucking 50 of them. You know, everybody's got fresh Nikes on and fucking Prada, this, that.
you're right.
You know, they're all flexing and they're all fucking tough. But imagine you don't have to. Hey, you're gonna be a fighter, and then they fucking groom you since you were a kid all the way up.
Yeah.
How can you be bad? You know, how can you fucking be bad? But like guys like Zabit, perfect example.
That one of my favorite fighters to watch. That dude was a fucking badass. Like watching Abe Lincoln kill people out there, and then he just walked away, didn't he?
Sick of it.
He just walked away.
Sick of
He was
it.
a straight killer. That guy.
Bro, that guy had bad weight cuts. That's the only thing
Yeah, I
about
think that's what
those
killed him,
Dagestan guys. None of them knew how to cut weight the right way. They were just like sauna.
Oh,
Fucking.
really?
Yeah. Zabit always had bad weight cuts. Always.
What did he was so tall and so skinny. What was his
Bro,
weight?
he was bigger than me.
Lightweight.
He was a featherweight.
45.
He was.
Bro, he's
6'2".
bigger than me.
6'2". featherweight.
He was a
never-
135er.
45.
45.
Yeah,
Okay.
145.
45. That's fucking
45.
45. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, he was bigger than me.
Wow.
I went with him fucking every day.
That's crazy.
Every day. It was a fucking war.
And he's just done now.
And now he's just done.
Is he
Apparently,
back
he opened
over-
up a couple of cheeseburger spots.
Did
and
he?
Restaurants and
Yeah, he
stuff
does.
Like that.
I think he's pretty
Putting
doing
on
pretty
weight.
well for
Is he eating
himself.
cheeseburgers now? He's
No,
putting on
I
I'd
think
see him
he's still
coming back.
training.
I'd see him coming back.
He's definitely good enough to come back and be a world
so
champion.
talented.
He's still young, dude. I don't know if
So
he's in his
talented.
30s yet.
And his brother's a freak too.
Yeah.
His brother's fucking as good or better.
Really?
But those guys are just, well, he's still young.
Yeah, he's
wasn't
still
he,
young.
like
Still young.
18?
Wasn't he at your
19?
in-laws for Thanksgiving? Was he there with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there, right? Yeah.
Bro, I remember the first day that Zabit came to the gym, and Mark was like, I don't know what's going on. He was just putting it all on.
Well, I heard he does weird
everybody.
shit. Like as soon as
Yeah, but it was the
as soon
first
as
time.
his training was over, he would just walk out in the woods and you wouldn't see him for
Kid's
hours.
a
I
fucking
would.
freak, dude.
Yeah.
Kid's a freak. Kicks, punch. He does everything well.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you want him to do? You want him to
He's just so
fucking
big,
do ballet?
dude.
He could
He's so
probably-
big. I mean, dude, like
He's big. He's fast. He doesn't
6'2"
hit hard
off.
though. That's one thing. He doesn't hit hard.
punches. Yeah.
Punches, kicks. Yeah,
Mm.
kicks are kicks. I mean, anybody throws a fucking kick, it's gonna hurt. But they're long. He times them well. Good
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah.
But if you wrestle them,
Mm.
it's a different ball game.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you wrestle. That's why a lot of those, like with Khabib, like Khabib is great, and he will always be great, whatever. But he never had anybody that fucking wrestled him. Everybody was scared of the wrestling, and I feel like with Dagestan, like go at what they're good at.
Mm.
I feel like that's what could win you a fucking fight with
You
Who's
just
the-
gotta be
who's
able to
the-
do
who's
it at
the only
that
guy
over and over.
at that pace.
Yeah, yeah.
At that
yeah,
pace.
yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But
Fuck New York guy. Why can't I think of his
Iaquinta.
name?
Iaquinta.
Alaquinta actually looked probably the best of anybody against him.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Khabib
And
couldn't
short
take him
notice.
down.
That was a short notice fight.
Yeah, he couldn't.
Well-
I don't think you could take him down in the 4th and 5th
Yeah,
round, but he did outstrike. That could be ended up outstriking him now,
Right.
outjabbing him,
Out jabbing,
You know?
right?
Yeah.
It was a short notice fight because of all that
Oh,
shit.
but
But
short
Al was
notice for
fighting on
both
the
of 'em.
Al was fighting on the
Yeah,
card.
yeah, short
They
notice
were
for
fighting
both
on-
of them.
right,
Right,
right.
yeah.
But it was
I
still
forgot that. Yeah, he was on the card, right?
Yeah.
He was supposed to fight.
Yeah.
Who was he supposed? He was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson hurt. Then he was supposed to fight Holloway. Remember Holloway couldn't make the weight.
right,
Remember
right.
Holloway was all like disoriented in the interview, and they're like,
Yeah,
"What
they thought
the
he was
fuck
on
wrong with
drugs.
him?"
Remember?
Yeah.
They were like, the rumor was he was
Oh,
on drugs. He
that
wasn't.
fight. Yeah. And they were like, "Yo, you all right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. DC asked him.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. But that was, I mean, couldn't take him down.
Mm.
But I think if you just fight those guys at their game, man, I think it's a whole different ball game. But we'll never know. You know?
Yeah.
Chris Wade fought Islam, and he had a good fight, and they went to 3 rounds, but
Yeah.
Chris Wade couldn't keep up with that pace, and he was
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But that was also, like, nobody really knew about the Dagestans yet. That was
Right, right.
Islam's first fight in the UFC.
Oh, was it really?
Well, Burns and
First
him.
or second fight. Yeah, first or second fight. What?
Burns against Islam, right? He looked.
Burns never fought Islam.
Not Islam. Fuck. The other Dagestan guy.
Hazmat.
Hazmat. He
Oh,
looked,
yeah,
he
yeah,
looked
yeah.
good. Like
Yeah,
He's not from Dagestan, is he?
He dragged.
She's
not?
Chechnya.
Chechnya.
Oh, Chechnya.
Same.
He,
Yeah.
It's not the same, but
region,
China.
right?
Yeah.
He dragged him into deeper waters and got him gassed.
Right.
Yeah.
But he fought him. That's the thing.
Actually
He
fought
fought
him.
him. A lot of these guys
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
scared or they
yeah.
fight tactical, and then the second they get taken down, they're worried about the takedown. Like, I think you just go at that motherfucker. I mean, he's good, bro. That guy's fucking good. He's big.
good.
He looks
yeah.
like he hits hard. He's technical.
He's
he ain't
crazy.
a bitch.
He's crazy.
But neither was Burns, and he went after him. You know, so I don't know. I think this weekend will be good fights. I like this whole bare knuckle thing that's going on.
I do too. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
I do kind of like, man. Honestly, it turned. Not that I would never liked it. I mean, I just never really got watching it. But watching it, I was pretty impressed with it.
Yeah. I thought the production. I'm happy.
But
for
I tell you
Dave.
what, you could tell. Like, once you've seen Eddie and Chad in there, you're like, okay, these guys are professionals.
Right.
Like the other people are all just fucking rah, 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 going out there and like fucking like what do you call those, like
Sock and roll.
no, like what are the tough man competitions?
Oh,
you know. But Eddie and Chad, they're calculated. They're not just throwing recklessly. I mean, they were fucking bombing each other. Don't get me wrong, but you could tell. They're professionals.
It was technical.
Yeah.
But they got that one Filipino kid that's in there. Is nasty.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of good guys.
Yeah,
there.
he's fucking good. I think he's got the lightweight title.
Yeah,
I
I
forget
think I know
what his
what you're
name
talking
is.
about, yeah.
He's fucking clean. Good
Yeah,
head movement. Pop, 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 pop. Quick.
Dude,
on his
listen,
hands.
they keep putting on shows like that. The fans like them. They
talking
pay
about
money.
the Juggernaut guy?
I'm talking, bro.
No.
I'm talking, bro.
Okay, pal.
No, but they keep paying these guys. They keep putting on good shows. The fighters are happy. They're gonna get better and better guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. What do you think about slap boxing?
I don't know. I mean, I'd watch. I'd tune in, but I don't know if I'll feel like I have to watch it. You know. But if
Yeah.
it's on, I'd watch it.
I don't know. I'm
Not
not,
really a fan.
I'm not like really that into it, but
I think
there is a space for it.
Yeah.
I think
people
someone's
are
gonna
into
get
it.
hurt. More hurt. It's crazy to think that you could get more hurt with just a slap to the side of the head than you can in an actual like MMA fight where you're getting. But I think it's going
Why
to
do you
happen.
think you can get more hurt? You think how so?
I think someone's going to just take a hit to the ear and like rupture something fucking internally, and you don't think so?
I mean, I don't know if it's safer, is what I'd say.
It's definitely.
I just don't like how. I just don't like. I mean,
You're not protecting yourself.
Yeah,
in any way.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably how. Yeah,
It's not blocking. You're not attempting to block it in any way. You're literally standing there, accepting, getting open hands. And if you're talking about a heavyweight doing that, that's basically like getting punched.
I don't want to get hit
maybe
by you.
Maybe
bro.
a little guy, probably feels like a slap. But a heavyweight doing that with a fucking big old mitt, that's like getting punched in the side of the head with no blocking it.
I
in
think
any
I
way.
could
I
smack
watched this
someone
guy
harder than I
smack
could
somebody in person once.
You saw me?
years ago, I met you at Jack's in Seaside. Remember?
I don't remember.
Years ago. This is probably after the pandemic, maybe pre-pandemic, and we went out, and I saw you, and I saw Jesse, and we're
at
fucking
Jack and Bill's. That was
Maybe?
at Jack and Bill's.
Jack
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bill's?
I slapped the guy as hard as I
No.
could because I was scared I was going to get sued. So I'm like,
No.
if I slap him, it's all
Yeah.
happened in my brain too. But I'm like, if I punch him and something breaks, I'm gonna get fucking sued. But if I slap him, nobody's
Bro.
ever sued anybody over getting slapped.
We're standing there,
Yeah.
and some guy stepped to Jesse, and him and Jesse start fucking rolling on the ground, and his boy stepped to Roger, bro. And I see like this fucking huge arm, and I'm just standing there waiting for like I don't know what next is
That was
gonna
at
happen.
Jack
I
and
just saw
Bill's, yeah.
Jesse was handling that. This other guy steps up, bro, and I just see this long arm, just whop, smacks the shit out of this
Did he
dude.
go down?
Bro, we're in a fucking nightclub, and all you hear is this huge fucking smack.
Did he go down?
I don't remember.
I don't
to be
remember,
honest with you.
bro.
All
but
I
he
know is
smacked the shit out of
Jesse
him.
was
Everybody stopped
rolling
fighting.
with a guy, and this guy was about to get involved in it, and Jesse
Yeah,
was already
yeah,
rolling
yeah,
around.
yeah.
And I saw him. I saw it, like you fucking pay attention when your boy's in a fight. You're paying.
Yeah.
I see this guy, like he's getting closer and closer, and I just fucking open hand slapped him. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And then he can't. Everything stopped after that.
Yeah.
And then they get outside, and Jesse's like, "Bro, what's your problem?" He went up to the guy that started fighting him.
Yeah.
He was like, "Bro, dude, I don't
Jesse
wanna fight
lost
you."
his phone that night. I got it back because they threw him out. Timmy, that
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
manage it, threw him out. I was like, you can't come back in here. I got his phone. I went back in. I was like, oh, listen, it was those guys. Those guys were fucking talking. Like, let him back. Jesse got let back in and lost his phone again. Didn't
Yeah,
get in a
he-
fight,
he
but
was
we went to
wasted.
IHOP. He was hammered. We're at IHOP, and he's like feeling his pockets, and he's like, well, I don't know where my phone. I was like, bro, I got it back for you. I gave it to you. It's on the floor. He's like, I think I lost it again. I called. Timmy had it again. Somehow he
my
lost his
God.
phone twice in one night.
That was wild.
Yeah.
That was such a random night, but I'll never forget that.
Yep.
But imagine being open hand smack, bro. You're sitting there. Hopefully you don't get knocked out, because then you get your fucking sword.
I don't think the
You know
guy,
what I mean?
if I remember right, he
Well,
didn't get knocked
you
out,
said-
but the
Oh,
guy
he's talking about
slapped.
the guy slapped.
No,
but he got
no.
thrown out immediately
He got-
after.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that. That's what I don't like. Like, if me and you square off, you smack me, you knock me out. I don't get to smack you back.
No.
Like, you should let me get up, get my. Okay, you won that game. I game 2, I get at least. I'm smacking you, bro.
Right.
How the fuck do I get to smack you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a business. Dana White's behind it. They can make anything happen, but
I'm going on record now saying someone's going to get injured doing that, like a serious injury.
What's a serious injury though?
Brain damage.
You don't think someone's brain damage in UFC?
You. Yeah. I think you're a little.
Okay.
you can get brain damage.
Wasn't it
there,
rumored
but at least there's more
that
technique
Diego,
behind it.
wasn't it rumored Diego Sanchez
no,
had?
Spencer Fisher came out with something
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
really?
Spencer too, yeah.
saying he can't like remember.
But
shit.
didn't they
It's
want
like,
Diego
it's
like a
pretty
few days out from a fight? They wanted to do a brain scan and he refused and they wouldn't let him fight,
bad.
right?
Because remember that crazy coach he had?
Yes.
that weird
that's right.
coach.
Fucking
Yeah.
Well, the
lunatic,
coach,
yeah.
I think, was like saying, "Oh, something's not right." Like he
Yes.
went and told the UFC about something's not right with his this, that. So the UFC was like, I'm not touching it.
That's
I don't
what it
want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess around with it.
That fucking guy. Remember that whole drama? That was wild.
That dude was a.
Kook.
That dude's a kook. Yeah.
Kook.
He got into it with Matt Serra, didn't he?
Yeah. I'll to see Matt.
Oh
beat
yeah,
his ass.
at the fighter meeting
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Matt was about to smoke him.
Some of these guys, bro, they're just trying to fucking just have their name and their own fucking science. That's like when Connor was coming out and he had that movement coach or whatever the fuck.
Oh God.
And he's like, move like a tiger. Now
He's
a
playing-
chimpanzee. You know?
playing touch button in the park.
But honestly, bro, I remember sitting at Aruga's and watching TV, and there was boxing, and there was cornhole, and there was ping pong, and I'm like, and there was something else, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, bro, we're in the day and age that you could be a professional athlete in just about anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Cornhole, darts, pool.
It's not an athlete,
fucking-
though. It's not an athlete.
No, but
Not an
you
athlete.
could get paid to play a game.
Corn is.
This
what's
is the
an
day
athlete?
and age.
Someone that needs to have a specific skill set, a physical attribute that's a skill set that they go with. There's a skill set, but there's no physical attribute. Anybody can play cornhole. Not everybody can fight.
It's
Not
and
everybody
high,
can
though.
play.
It's and
not
high.
everybody can play
That's
basketball.
and eye. It's
That's what?
and eye. And hand-eye. It's
Okay, okay.
hand-eye coordination.
So if my kid is good at
And
if my kid
Brain
is good
damage.
at
Brain damage.
Sega, are they an athlete? No, they're not an athlete.
No, but there's
That's
money.
different, dude.
There's
That's
money.
definitely different.
It's
You
the same fucking thing as cornhole. Same thing.
Okay, how about
Not an
golf?
athlete.
What about golf?
I think you're on the very low end of the spectrum of an athlete. Probably the maybe badminton might be the bottom.
You're saying like a
I think
physical sport.
You're an athlete because it does require some athletic ability.
Pool. How about pool?
No,
What?
no.
If golf is, how can pool not be? I guess because pool, golf, you have to exert yourself a little bit to crack that ball.
Right. There's right.
But if today was just putting, if golf was just putting,
Now, that's not- I'm
the
not-
fucking same thing as pool. Then
I'm not. Yeah, but it's
right?
not just.
I know
putting.
you're right.
It's
You're
not
right.
just
You're
putting.
right. You're right.
And I'm not saying that.
So I
there's
guess
not
mini
in
mini
schools-
golf is not.
There's
a
not a
sport.
skill set that is not required for pool. There definitely is. I could not go beat a professional pool player, but that guy could do zero exercise his whole life and be a professional pool player. You know what I mean? Golf, you got to do a little bit of exercise, not a lot. But you could be on the like who is it? Who's the John Daly, right?
Oh, he's the fucking
he's the
man.
man, bro. But he's
He's
not
the man.
exactly a physical specimen.
No,
but
he's hammered
done,
drunk
He's
by
done it
18.
his whole life too. So,
Yeah.
but he can drive a ball farther than you can, and you're physical specimens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So.
I'll drive these balls.
Yeah, fucking guy. This
John
guy,
Daly,
man.
you gotta listen. To
I love
on
that
the
guy,
podcast, bro. He's
He
wild.
talks about how drunk
he has
he's
his own
been in
podcast?
tournaments. And,
No, he's just been
he's
on
been on
podcasts.
oh, he's been on a ton.
Yeah.
A ton of them.
But he talks it, bro, and those guys in golf make
He
so
still
much
gets after,
fucking
right?
money.
Still drinks, still
Oh,
smokes and
yeah.
shit.
Hell yeah. Hell
But
yeah.
he talks about how much they gamble money and shit, bro. too.
Gamble?
Oh,
yeah.
bro. I'm
They
like-
make so much money, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's just wild.
It's like, yo, you gamble when you make that much. Is it real? How much are you really gambling?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Didn't we see that? And you got me to watch the Michael Jordan documentary. He was talking about playing, was it poker on the plane with the new guys?
Yeah. And he's like, he play for $1.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want your money
Exactly.
in my pocket.
Exactly.
Oh, you're talking about the documentary?
Yeah.
Well, I just seen something
He
else.
was
They're
just
saying
so competitive.
that I don't know who it was, but anyway, say they were playing golf with Michael Jordan, and this guy beat Michael Jordan for like $1,000, and he's playing. He's playing the Cavs that night. We did 18. I beat him. He's like, let's run back. Let's run another 18. He was like, yo, he has a game. He's like, so we run back another 18, drink another fucking 7 beers, right? So now I beat him again, and fucking and Jordan's like, oh, let's play again. Let's play again. He's like, no. He's like, dude, you got to go now. You got to go to your game now. Literally, right to the game now. He's like, he's like, I guarantee we beat him by 20, and I score 40. Guys like all the money that we bet, double or nothing. Guys like, all right. He fucking beat Cleveland by 26. He scored 52 fucking points. 10 beers in him, playing two golf games. That's crazy, bro.
Bro, that's fucking wild. That documentary was cool, bro. Like seeing that. But that was like the game. Like even with fighting back then, there was just crazy shit that people would do, get away with it, no care. There was no science to it. Stretch, go out. Fucking get it done. You gotta fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I feel like there's so much involved and there's so much information in everything with sports and life and all this, and everybody just makes it so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Technological world.
That's
Right?
what I'm
Too
saying.
much information out there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like too much going on.
Well,
it's
the
just
first time you saw it was the Rocky one, right? Where he fought the Russian, right? Like Rocky's training in the fucking woods. And,
the
and he's
science.
got all the high tech shit, and they're analyzing everything. They got the probes all over the guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You just want the probes.
Fucking guy, man. Jesus.
But it's true. Like I talk about it with my girl all the time, and like sometimes she's like, "Oh, I need this, I need that for the baby because the baby's coming and this that." And I'm like, "Well, there was like a time that like none of this shit was a
right. Nobody needed none of
and they
this,
were
right.
just like, here, boom, there's the baby,
yeah.
figure it out, suck the nipple. Now there's fucking tins for this, lotions for that, this, that." And like in life, it's like, oh, you got to do this and that and this, and you got to wake up. I'm like, bro, why don't you just go about your day and whatever fucking feels right, feels right. You know what I mean? I don't know. But also in this day and age, you can fight a YouTuber and fucking be a millionaire. So
You can cut your dick off too.
Yeah, you can cut your dick off. And
what did it say? Like it said boomers. I can't believe I wore these bell bottoms. Whatever the other one, the generation something. I can't believe I wore these fucking whatever ripped jeans, and then generation this. I can't millennials. I can't believe I wore my skinny jeans. Then fucking this generation Z. I can't believe I cut off my dick.
You ever see a fucking video of that?
No.
Watch
What?
a video of that.
No.
Like a
The
dick
reversal?
turning in.
No.
So, bro,
Would not watch that.
wild.
I would not watch that.
I saw a documentary called Botched. Botched or something. It wasn't the show. It was like some documentary called Botched, and it was like bad surgeries, whatever. And one was fucking whoa.
No, bro.
No.
Whoa.
Well, if you're a female or you're a woman, you want to be a male. They take your skin. They take half your skin off your arm to graft a dick on you.
No
Really?
way. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I know this. They fucking slice around your mushroom, pull it through, and use that, turn it inside out, and that's your fucking inside of your vagina.
Imagine what that feels like when you wake up.
Oh, bro. I don't even want to know. I don't want to think about it, whatever. But, bro, I've watched that shit, and I'm like, holy fuck.
What
I
made
think
you want to watch that?
It was
That
part of the
hot girl,
fucking
the hot girl.
documentary.
The hot
Frankie's like, how bad could this
He's
be?
like, let's see what it looks
How bad
like.
could it be? That's
No, I
funny.
watched that documentary, and that was fucking one of the fucking patients on there.
Damn.
It was a fucking dude turning into a fucking chick. It was pretty wild. And it was able to fucking, like, work.
Work like what?
Get wet.
What?
Yeah. Bro, it was wild.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you, I watched it. It was wild.
I gotta pee, boys.
Yeah, we can wrap. Good go.
Good go.
Good go.
Frankie
Thanks for
Perez
having
in
me
the
on,
house,
boys.
buddy.
Classic. Got to throw back. We got to throw back. It was good.
Throwback.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Always good having you on,
Thanks
man.
for having me on, boys.
Of course,
Of
brother.
course,
Of
of
course.
Episode 200 coming.
Yeah, and good luck on the new baby coming. You know what I mean?
Ah, thanks,
You know,
dude.
gonna be
Frankie
daddy.
J. Frankie
Gonna
J
be
on the way.
Yeah, I love it. The world needs another Frankie. That's for sure.
June 8th.